absolutely
currently offline.
currently broke the stream, but I think it should be
Oh,
up and running
oh
now.
God.
I pressed the stop stream button instead of the music button, which
All
turns
right.
on music.
It's it's that kind of session, huh?
Again, no, I did it last time too. I was like, never again. I got this set up, and instead I pressed the close button instead of the music this time. I'm gonna move the
Well,
close button as far away from my other buttons as possible. That's
well,
don't put me in charge of the nukes, okay? Don't put me in charge of the nukes. I don't
All
want
right.
that. I don't want the responsibility.
Okay. Well, how am I doing? I'm the only one in the stream who hasn't had their technology break. That's how I'm doing. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Yeah, there's it's always the audio, right? It's always the audio. It's never the video. I'm doing good, and really looking forward to getting back into it this week.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Cool. So let's get ready to jump into it then. This is the year 494, and the poem or limerick I have set up for this year is from Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. So, should be a good year. Speaking of a good year, it's springtime. Gareth, go to Winterborn Gunnet.
Yeah.
Your bees are exceptionally active this spring.
Good.
And your peasants have come to you elatedly. You will be having twice the normal amount of money brought in from your apiary this year. Your priest, Father Tyrmor, wishes to talk to you about this and goes, my lord, if it's not too much of a disturbance, I received a letter from a friend of mine, a monk by the name of Aidan, and he's been looking for any sort of supplies or anything for his upcoming missionary works for the Saxons, and perhaps we could use this honey.
When you say missionary work to the Saxons, he is to bring the word of God to the pagans?
Correct. It's the most noblest of causes.
Yes, well, I'm sure he thinks that. And he might be right. I consent to him taking our boon of honey.
Oh, thank you. I will write to him straight away. Don't expect anything out of this. Probably doomed.
Yeah, no, that's a look. Worst case scenario I can think of is the Saxons like my honey and come looking for it, and we have a nice old
you have a
dust
bear
up.
situation.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense. Cool. All right. Awesome. Cut to Chalderton. Erwin, at Ragar's baptism, a dove comes and lands in the church. Everyone takes it as a sign of the faith. Rodgar is now officially blessed, and by blessed, he no longer needs to make any child survival rolls.
Nice. Excellent.
He rolled very well.
Is that your next
good.
PC? No, you've got older kids.
No, he's got
Yeah, I've got older kids. This is my spare.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean,
well, hopefully. Well, hey, he's
yeah,
gonna survive childhood at least.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
that's very good. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are zooming along. Is there anything we want to do before we cut into Easter then? If there's any sort of like, I always give spring sort of the opportunity for y'all to be a little proactive here.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything you wanted to do. If you don't know what to do, look at your sheet, think about any skills or any traits that you maybe want to test for, and then you can always like workshop that, being like, hey, I think I want to test generous. What can I do? Right? Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's totally fair with me. We can work something out, but otherwise we'll just jump right into the feasts.
So last session, I sort of reserved, I did want to do something with my money, but I think I'd actually kind of would I be able to do conspicuous spending, that sort of 1 Libra for 1 glory?
Yeah, and I think I want to raise that though.
Okay.
I think it's want to be 1 Libra per 10 glory, just so like you might actually be willing to do it with still a maximum of 100. Because honestly, at this point in the game, nobody, like no knight will do it. Right?
That's
no knight
fair.
does that.
Yeah. Okay, that maybe 1 to 5, because I was gonna spend 10, and that's 100 glory. That's the equivalent of having become
Yeah.
a banneret.
Yeah, but you live superlatively basically at that point, right? You are there's several different events that you can do that are listed out in the old books. One of them is something like you have a bunch of scantily clad women go weave silver into your fields and let the peasants go run and pick it up and cheer and stuff. And like there's
That's
a giant
awesome.
like there's like
I
a
was
devil on a float kind of thing,
I
like on a
was
wagon, like waving around in it too. Like I don't know what it's called. It's like a
I
reap of
was
silver. I don't
so
know. It's weird. All right.
here's
This is
the
what you
thought
do.
I had. Here's the thought I had. I
Yeah.
want to hire a poet to write about the Winterborn Gunnet family.
Oh yeah, you want to hire
A professional like
you want to hire a
chronicle
bard.
a bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my characters going forward to have the book they can look in, like like the book in Game of Thrones that lists all the commanders of the Night's Watch and stuff. Like I want that version for our family, not just a family tree, but like the story of our people.
Sure. The Foresight Saga.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and I figured that's a fucking expensive. It's like 10 just to get a poem about you or something.
Right.
It's
All
expensive
right.
as hell. So
okay, that's expensive and also rare. And this will I'll give you. You won't immediately like go back and have it. However, you will absolutely have the opportunity of purchasing it this coming spring, and we can just kind of retcon it as you paying for it in the winter. Because
yeah, like in the winter, I started
yeah,
to put word out that
yeah.
Okay.
This year, Uther's court and Easter is happening in London, and if there's any place to hire somebody, it's in London.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like we'll just backdate it so like you get it this year, but the idea here is you're going to London to get this person.
Yeah, we'll invoice it to last year, but
yeah.
like
yeah, right. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so I wanted to spend 10 Libra on that, and I figure I'm going to do this periodically to like update the book.
Yeah, I don't know what it normally is to commission somebody, but that sounds pretty good.
Cool when I looked, it was 10 Libra to commission a romantic lay, but now I don't have the book next to me, so I don't remember.
I'm fine with converting that to a family thing. It's the same. It works for me. Okay. Cool. And this person's going to be there writing it for a couple years then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I hope they're attractive. I don't know.
Yeah. You're asking somebody to move out of the greatest city in England to go live in country town and write a story about you. The money better be good.
The greatest city in England is still a city. It's stinking pit of merchants and destitute.
Jim, what about Sir Erwin?
Yeah, this is something I've been trying to think about. I think number one, he might be spending a lot of time just getting to know his stretch of the River Bourne there. Now I feel like he's been away for a while this last few years. Yeah. But in terms of like opportunities, I think it'd be a fun opportunity to test something for Valorous. It's been a few sessions since he's had anything like that, and like it's his highest trait right now, so it might be one of those that needs a little reminder or something.
Sure. Well, the easiest way to test valor would be like handling some bandits and stuff, right? Going after, starting a little fight.
Yeah, going and clearing some out of the woods just north of the manor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. I think that sounds like something he might start doing.
That errant spirit.
Yeah, he's getting a little restless. I feel like that he's seen enough of what the politics of this place is like to start feeling antsy.
Perfect. Go ahead and what I would say is that go ahead and give yourself a check to it, and then we'll test it at the end of the year.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Clearing out some bandits.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's talk about London. So before we go into the feast, London is the biggest city you guys have ever seen, and I want to just take a moment to sort of describe the scenes and take it in.
Literally hundreds of people. It's insane how big it is.
it does dwarf Sarum. The spirit of Roman engineering is also super present still in London at this time. Sarum is a Roman fort, and it still uses those walls. But London is a true, like, tour de force of Roman ingenuity here. These great stone walls flank both sides of the river here. And, like, once you pass through the gates on the side you're going in, it's just super dense, packed streets with these, like, very tall, narrow timber houses. The smells here are super overpowering. Not in a good way, right? You never seen so much poop in your life. And that's even from, like, being around in Sarum. There's just so many people and just so much smell. But I think the coolest thing that happens here is you get to the bridge, right? Like you've seen Roman bridges before. They exist throughout this part, like Salisbury and such, but you've never seen one so long and well kept in this condition. There's always a few dotted here, and this one spans this River Thames, and at the same time, you've never seen something that's so, like, impressive, so blasé to everybody. Like, there's, like, a guy peeing off of it, right? There's, like, stray dogs going around. Just people are bustling around like it's no big deal, right? And dear Lord, the ships. Let me talk about the ships for a second for you all. Remember the fleet where you guys came in back from the continent?
Yeah.
The ships here, like, dwarf the number of ships here. And the things they're taking off of the ships and stuff, it, like, looks like it was a giant campaigns of spoils of trade going on here all the time. You got your livestock coming in and off. You got your great timbers, your ores, and then you got, like, the luxury furs, right? There's plenty of going on all over the place around here. Just people shouting all the time. A lady throwing, like, a waste bin into the river near some men who are, like, washing themselves, and they're cursing at each other. Some fishermen are watching you watch them while they're, like, pulling in giant, like, nets and traps full of eels. Some kids are playing that eternally classic game of I bet you can't hit that bird with a rock. It's just everything's going on. It's just so like this. It's almost oversensitive to, like, to all the activity and the people in one place.
Yeah.
Right. And then, the last thing you hear is, like, the kids are trying to hit the bird with a rock. Like, some burly soot-covered man comes over and it's like running. Oh, there you are. It's like skipping out on your chores. I don't care if it's Easter. I'll go find Merlin and ask him to turn you into a frog. Let's go. And grabs him by the ear, away from his friends. It's just classic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Never changes.
Never changes.
Peace.
Gosh, this is probably our first time in London.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Deliberately made it. It's your first time here.
My immediate thought, I have an energetic of 18.
Yeah.
I am prone to doing the thing. And I know how Colin feels when he visits, like, New York City, as coming from relatively sedate Baltimore and being, like, immediately overwhelmed. It's just like, oh shit, okay, we got to go to bed. It's like midnight, and New York people are like, why would you do that? That's when things start. And it's like, oh wow. And then you're out until 4 a.m. and you're like, how do you live like this? They're like, how don't you? It's just, I'm wondering if Gareth has that. It's like there's suddenly so much to do.
Yeah.
And I am someone who does things.
The point is that, this is Easter weekend.
Yeah.
And the big thing I want to point out is that Easter doesn't have the same, like, it's reverent and stuff, but it's also, like, people are still working, and, like, there's great like, there's plenty of stuff in the streets and things about this time, but it's almost just like it's less about the church here, as I think in a way that you don't necessarily see. Like, it's like a big festival almost for everybody here. Which obviously you can relate to, but but also it's like probably, like, let's say it's like Holy Saturday, so you do kind of have, like, the day before you're expected to go to Easter and stuff, but you got to go to the feast as well, which will be tomorrow, right? But if there's anything you like here in Easter, like just around London, you all can have it.
Who runs London? Right? Is there an Earl or a Duke or something of London?
I mean, they would obviously report to Ulfius, but I don't know who they are offhand.
Okay. Oh, right. No, so it's in the county of Silchester.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
all part of Silchester. Silchester has everything. And
I know I
I've
thought of it as
spoke
like
about that before, but Silchester
Yeah.
has what's the
Everything.
name of the university? It's got London. It's got some of the most like precious
Okay.
land. It's so much richer than Salisbury. Salisbury is just this like really poor backwater.
My brain's slow, and yeah, Silchester, they're the ones who giving more rights to merchants. And it's like, yeah, of course they have London. The merchants have an incredible amount of sway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they have right. Like any merchant, any like big powerful merchant has more money than the Earl. Like your Earl Roderick.
Fuck.
That's how much. That's what you're dealing with, right? In London.
Would
These new men. All right.
I wonder.
It's okay. Trade is just a fad. It won't last.
Yeah, it's not gonna last that long.
Never lasts.
They wield money as though it's a sword, but they didn't put in years, decades of their life learning not just how to use a sword, but when and why.
Yeah.
I don't trust money, men.
Yes, well.
Isn't that right? As you look at your squire.
He looks at his squire.
Yeah.
Pendragon's home. Like this is his stuff.
Yeah, this is where he's from, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that, and this is where Colin ended up. Presumably, I don't know that everyone knows.
Oh, this is spicy. This is
so. Yeah, I mean, he's like probably overwhelmed. I might just follow Gareth around for a while, just because.
We just watched the Bossing Say episode of Last Airbender. I feel like that, like it's like there's so much to do. How is a place this big?
Yeah. That's exactly the impression.
Is it allowed? Who allowed
this?
Does
the air get in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I think overwhelmed might be just stupefied for a bit. And then we'll see what kind of trouble we get up to.
Well, thank goodness you're valorous. You don't shrink from it.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
But he's not as energetic as he once was.
Yeah. So do we want to do the stuff now or just cut to the feast and do it after? It's fine. It's not. There's no like pressing time of anything.
I kind of want to just kind of like check a roll energetic now because it might inform like how hungover he is when he gets to the feast, right? Like that. I feel like that's what is at stake. Is like so many people, so many new things. He can just go and explore, and then, but really, he's supposed to be here for the feast. Like that should be the main focus.
Totally.
So does the town pull him away from what he should be focusing on?
So that to me, that sounds like a prudent versus reckless. And then if reckless wins, you test energetic.
That's a good point. Okay. My prudence.
And obviously this means Erwin's coming along with you.
Yeah. We live or die on the same rolls. I failed prudent and I succeeded at reckless. So,
awesome.
Time for some energetic.
Check reckless, and let's see. And yeah, of course, you pass energetic, so you're fine.
Yeah. I can party.
Oh, yes.
Ken Irwin.
All right, let's try this out. Maybe. Here's my prudent versus reckless. Here we go. All right.
Hey.
Prudent succeeds. All right. So does
prudence is higher.
Prudent succeeds higher.
Prudence is higher. All right.
So
so he indulges moderately.
Yeah, totally.
You're the DD. You're the one loading me on my horse.
Yeah, he's got that new reputation to maintain, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So I think you should be able to check prudent for sure. And then I think either temperate or something about like being, you know, you're being the sort of the DD here to Gareth. About like, hey, you know, preaching caution, a little counsel, you know.
Yeah.
We don't have to go that far, you know. We should
gotta make a good impression on these people.
Yeah. I like it. Because Gareth, I think Gareth is still like, we're those two young knights from the boar hunt. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but Erwin is now a big name. He's a big deal now.
He's a big deal now.
He's a banneret of reputation. And Gareth maybe isn't respecting that when he's asking Erwin to go into some London hovel because your squire told him that's a bad place to go.
Right. This alewife has a new shingle out. We should go. Yeah.
I heard there's an independent hurdy-gurdy that is in this one basement we could go to. They do some amazing things with the hurdy-gurdy. That's the only medieval instrument. I only know that that's a thing because of Eric and a Beatles song.
Hurdy-gurdy head is the name of the bar.
Nice. Do they have a mechanical Turk? That's what's going to get Erwin there. All right. So we can, we'll have a nice time out on the town, get into Easter.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. You guys are doing that sort of like early Henry the Fifth kind of, Falstaffy hanging out.
Yeah, we get our Falstaff.
Yeah. Good
Question.
vibes.
I cannot remember, and I can't find my notes real handily. Did Erwin snub Pendragon's father at some point?
Yeah, you did. You totally snubbed his father. Yeah, and he totally
fine.
lives here. Yeah, I may know that.
All right. I mean, I figured. I just couldn't remember when and where it was.
Yeah, you're gonna see him at church.
If you
I'm sure he's gonna be there.
If you fail your test to be like above or below the salt, you'll know why.
Right.
Yeah. Very, very much so. Cool. So let's go. All right, let's cut into Easter then, and let's get ready to do the feast. I have a couple of announcements to make. It's marriage times central this year for many folks. The Earl is to be wed to Duke Ulfius's third daughter, Ainwain. He's fine after Malahout fell through. That's very prestigious for the Earl. That's a good marriage.
Real good.
But then you understand it's real good, and then you understand why and how it worked. Lady Jenna, Roderick's 9-year-old, is pledged and betrothed to Baron Statirius of Thornbush Castle. Statirius is somebody I haven't brought up before, but he is actually the Earl of like the Steward of Lovecamagus. He's basically the Earl under the Duke, right? Like under Duke Ulfius would be this guy, and then like the steward.
All right.
So he runs that county, or like that 100, like around that part. So the one that borders Silchester, or sorry, the county of Silchester that borders Salisbury.
Got it.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then
wait,
Sir
how?
Freyd.
And he's pledged to a 9-year-old.
Yeah. He's got to wait.
Yeah.
I mean,
good.
But that means his family.
We're talking
has
about
a
lines
claim.
and veils. He's gonna wait.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Obviously, he's wait till marriageable age. But the importance of that, I want to stress, is that means this guy has a claim to the lands of Salisbury.
Is that something that the Earl wanted?
I mean, sometimes you got to marry, and he doesn't have an heir. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this has to happen. Oh, he doesn't. He has obviously Jenna, but yes, like this is.
I thought he had a kid.
Yeah, he
but
does.
I guess he does.
He has Lady Jenna.
Yeah.
But
no,
he doesn't have
he had
a
son.
boy.
Anyway, yeah. Okay.
No, the time when the son was supposed to be born didn't work out.
Right.
Robert. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
interesting.
Yeah.
This is like
that's 2 out of 3.
It's 2 out of 3. Ooh, what's
I have a
3
third marriage. Third marriage is Sir Freyd. Sir Freyd's back in the saddle. He used to be wed to Lady Aris. This is probably the juiciest gossip you hear about. Like he did real good for himself.
This fucking guy, of course he did.
Lady Aris apparently was the younger sister of Sir Maelrus, who's the Baron of Battleaxe Pillar over in Cornwall. And her hand was promised to the victor of a tournament, which Sir Freyd won. It was melee. And you don't remember Sir Freyd being that good, but apparently in his like despair, he picked up the sword pretty well. And he went as a far cry from being sullen. And so while you're off on embassy trips, he was studying the blade. Actually, there's a lot more to talk about this, but there's an intrigue test to be had about his life story.
He's having a
My
whole
heart
deal
is
over there.
hurting right now because I may actually have to choose not to draw cards in this upcoming feast because there are like 3 things I want to intrigue about.
Well,
But also, Frayed, god damn, like,
This guy.
he's the nicest knight to us, and what a piece of shit. This assholes and his success, this effortless grace, I hate him.
Mm. It's like that ski instructor in one of those movies.
sometimes it really do be like that.
He would be played by Rob Lowe, if we're being honest.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
All right, let's get ready to jump to the feast then. The guests
Good.
are the usual suspects, with the exception that Manor and his knights are still missing in the pursuits of the rebel praetor.
Yep. All right. Pirates. Do I want to spend money on nicer clothes? If I spend 4 Libra,
Oh, yeah.
that's if I spend 4 Libra,
This would be
I
the
would
place to buy
auto
it.
succeed. It doesn't increase my chance to crit though.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna roll for it. I'm spending a bunch of money on a poet, so
For every 1 Libra you spend, you get a +1 to fashion, which if you get it, adds a bonus to your appearance.
oh shit. Well, I passed
right?
appearance. Yep.
Yeah, so you spend 1. It's technically jewelry.
I have 0 in fashion, so it doesn't help me regardless.
I just got the 1. All right. But I would get new digs.
Sorry, no. So this is,
Priester.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. This is how it works because there's 2 different rolls. You can
Yeah,
make a fashion roll to give yourself either a +1 or a +2 to your appearance roll.
Right.
Jewelry that you buy directly adds to your appearance, just like
Okay.
real life.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
In that case, then I did right. I succeed, so
You succeed, you're near the salt.
near the soul.
All right.
I can dig
2
it.
Libra. I'll spend
That's where I
2.
want to be. Oh, the feast. Feast procedure.
Yep.
Is there a better procedure? No. No, there's
a
not.
friend
I
of
like
mine-
battle.
A friend of mine showed me they actually set up a screen on Roll20 that's an actual table, like with the different tables set up and putting all the different characters on. I was like, oh my god, I should do that.
Ooh.
Why haven't I done that?
Cool.
And I will
Yeah.
do that. I should do that. I just don't want to do it in London because this is like way too many people.
Yeah.
I'll do it. As
You do. I
Persona.
mean, it's not like you do a lot of prep for this game or pour any
No,
amount
I
of
wing it
effort
every-
into it. Yeah,
I wing
just
it every night.
absolutely wing it.
Yeah.
Just
Me
low
and my
effort.
62-page note document.
Mhm.
low effort gaming here with Eric Vulgaris.
Yeah.
I like
Ooh,
being mean to you
you
on
were-
screen.
Yeah.
Erwin, you were below the salt, my friend, right?
He's still below. This is where, again, he spent most of his time.
God, you absolutely no.
Your
Okay,
luck.
so here it is. You get double snubbed.
Mm.
Not only do you
So-
get snubbed by Pedrog's dad, you get snubbed by Sir Frayed as well.
Oh, that one's cold because he's never really done anything against me intentionally before. But
Was
now
it
he
intentional?
Yeah.
Was it an intentional snub on Freyd's part?
Who knows? I'm assuming it
Intrigue
is.
test to figure it out? I don't know. It's up to you, but that's what you've heard.
Yeah,
You want to get to the bottom of it, you know the drill.
I might.
Gareth would, because
There is-
Gareth's
yeah.
annoyed that he's not sitting next to his friend.
Mm.
We've had like a feast where we got to sit near each other like once.
The
Yeah.
one time, and that was because he got invited up to the VIP section.
They almost set you
yeah,
below
I
the
know
salt
him.
when you came to my feast. That
Mhm.
was
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
There are many merchants kind of sitting at the same level as knights here. And
If
it's-
only they knew who put the word in Uther's ear.
to them, you all the backcountry knights.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? And like to them, like this is perfectly normal now. And to you
Oh,
all,
sure.
you know, you're like, this is disgusting. Cats and
It's
dogs
just-
living
Oh
together.
my god. What are we gonna do?
No.
are we
Okay,
gonna
so
do?
you failed.
I feel intrigued. Yeah. I can't
Oh god.
I think I don't even get a chance to talk to him. They're just like, there are too many people, and Freyd's off doing his own thing, and there are merchants in the way.
Yeah. you get caught up, like someone else is just constantly holding your attention, right?
Yeah.
And they are not letting you go.
Yeah. They want to talk about grain. I'm a knight. I don't talk about grain.
Someone shoved them off on you, right? Like they got tired of this guy, and this guy just keeps telling you all in all. No. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm sorry. Could it actually be this? It's not even grain. Someone heard that you were looking for a writer guy, and this guy's just telling you about his story that he wants to write the whole time.
He's not a poet. He's more of an idea guy.
Yeah, he's an idea guy. But let me tell you, this priest has a lot of ideas. It's a romance novel, okay? And let me tell you about this. It's this
of
cool.
Course. Yes.
It's on and on.
It combines the chanson and the lay. Yes, of course. No one's ever done that before. Not something entirely different, of course.
So there are some obvious things I also want to point out here. The king is noticeably ill. No one's talking about it. The rumor, it's not really even a rumor, it's kind of just the general idea here is that maybe like Duke Ulfius has mentioned it offhand and it's kind of been passed around, but the king wants more and more to redouble the efforts to secure alliances this year. Like this is our last chance against like the Saxons, like anyone who can help, mercenaries, even the freaking Irish, like anybody, like it doesn't matter who they are, anyone who can hold a pike, like let's go against the Saxons, right? That's how it feels. And obviously the queen is is there for only the sociable amount of time before leaving. She is extremely distraught still. No one's allowed to say Merlin at the feast, right? Openly near her, like you don't do it.
Yeah. Some merchant talking about getting some fish in. Like, no, Marlin. Marlin.
Wait.
Yeah.
My lord. Yep. Okay. So like that's
my joke for
here.
the stream. That was a good one.
You gonna draw some cards?
I'm gonna draw some cards.
Well, Gareth, you intrigued.
I did.
You get the geniality anyways.
Yeah.
Jim, you had to draw 3 cards this time.
How many rounds is this feast going?
2.
Fuck.
All right.
I might not draw any cards because I still.
Oh man. All right.
It's the worst. Eric,
I hate being an adult.
How could you do this to me?
All right,
what do we get?
We got
Tipsy, A Lady's Gift, and Chivalrous Life.
Chivalrous Life. Ooh. Conversation turns to matters of chivalry, or several knights speak about gifts to their ladies.
That would be the absolute peak London.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what'd you get your wife for Easter?
Oh. Just flexing left and right.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's this really great horse, So I was thinking about, you got her a horse? That's awesome. No, I bought the herd. And it's like
just the one?
That stuff,
All right. I think I am gonna do A Lady's Gift.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
What does the little cross swords at the bottom mean?
If I fumble, there's someone challenges me to a duel.
That's probably what it means.
Yeah.
I missed that part. Yeah. Okay. Don't fuck it up.
Well, the only way I can fail is to fumble, given the power of Erwin's love for his lady wife.
Those odds have never stopped you before.
Oh
Jim.
my God, this is going to be bad. Why did I do this? All right. That's fine. We do it because that's how the game is played.
Fear.
Yeah. All right.
Here is the mind killer.
Certainly is. And let's see. Actually name the thing. Here goes. I'm rolling it. And let's see.
Very good.
Very good. All right.
Success.
Is that a
+2 genealogy and check love?
Oh, nice. +2 genealogy check love. Okay, so it did. I thought it was opposed by something, but it's not, is it?
No.
All right.
So this is interesting. Because I want to point this out then. What do you say here? Because they're all like talking about, money. Or is this like a money can't buy me love situation? Because they're all talking about the gifts and
it might be like they're
Irwin
expecting the worst from a bucolic country knight.
I think they would. I think they would expect like I got just like a cheap brass ring or something, just something tawdry, or mundane. I think instead Irwin is going to talk about a heart's longing and what it means to truly desire and yearn for something that you think is unavailable to you, that you'll never attain, and that once had its satisfaction surpasses all worldly goods, and that the gift my lady wife and I share is one of a bond which not even heaven and hell can break, and it will last eternal, far beyond a house or a horse.
Oh, Jim.
And they're like, who the fuck invited this guy? What the fuck? Like, they feel so
you just shat on all of the merchants.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'll say.
Yes.
And then I'll go back and sit with the mercenary knights.
What's secured you? 2 geniality and a check.
Yeah, 2 geniality and a check 2 love, which is
that's a good card. I like that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't even read the other 2.
How important is it to learn about the circumstances of our Lord's marriage?
I mean,
get 3 cards, but still play 1.
Hey, let's see.
It happened. We can't change that. So really, I have to draw cards if you think about it.
I think you're right.
I think so. I mean, it's going to end up with us having to go to war with Silchester too, surely.
Yeah, it's one way or the other. All right, a test of strength. Someone wants to arm wrestle me. Nice.
Oh, you get that every year.
I get it every year.
Tradition.
Yeah. They're gonna have an average of 16 strength. I think that's already more than mine. The Merchant of Venom. The court jester has singled you out for lampooning. Modest versus proud.
Good God.
If ever there was a test of New Gareth.
Yeah, and let's talk about what feast we're having, by the way. It's pastries.
Astrological temperament herb cakes. That sounds like a word salad, but a lot of medieval food does. So I'm going to look that up.
This comes up a lot. Yeah. It would do there's like herbs in the shape of like literally astrological signs and stuff.
Oh,
they're supposed to help with digestion.
I'm assuming it's like an alchemy or a humorous thing too.
Yeah, hot, cold, wet, dry. It's like when you mix different textures.
Yeah.
So you have like dry herb cakes with like a wet sauce and like
that is
a bunch of phlegm on it, I guess.
Medieval cooking had a lot of interesting ideas.
Yeah.
They were really into that stuff, and they were also really into surprises. They're like, surprise, this cake is actually made of meat.
So many birds inside it.
So many birds. You didn't expect the birds.
Yeah.
It's a shame they got stifled by the cake. Just taking a nice crunch of bird. I hate it. Okay, so modesty versus proud, huh?
Yeah. I mean, turnips baked with cheese coming down at the last plate. Which is basically medieval mac and cheese. Think about it.
My modesty is pretty good. Success on modesty, but not a good roll. Proud. Failed proud. Hey, look at that.
Some modest wins.
Some modest wins. I laugh along with everyone else.
Good. Yeah, they totally single you out for being from Salisbury, the middle of nowhere kind of thing.
I'm asking about the herb cakes. That's what they start lampooning me for.
Oh.
They're like, oh, He doesn't know what astrological temperament herb cake is. They must not have that out there in the country. I'm like, what?
Right. That's exactly how he sounds.
You don't like my Danny Kaye? Is that?
Yeah. No, it's perfect. That's the thing. It's too good. Awesome. 1 geniality that you gave yourself.
Nice. Okay.
So I have a cup one. That's a host.
That is a host
Card.
one, and you gotta
All
do the
right.
host.
All right. So it is generous host. The host requests my help for one of their other guests. I move up 1 seating area and remain there for the rest of the feast, which, as I understand it, is over. But it nets me 2 geniality just to play it. So
that's a good. You had a good feast. My last feast was good. It's your turn for a good feast.
I will take whatever I can get.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And then as he moves up, he's going to give those merchants a side eye.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love that so much.
I love it. No matter your like intrigue, if you're not the host, you can't really control that. all of their petty bullshit for nothing.
Yep. They're here because of us.
Pedrog's dad's name is Gwern, and yeah, Gwern can't do anything about it.
No.
Nice.
I'm curious to see what'll happen when Pedrog's tested. I don't think I've had to roll against his squire stat yet.
No.
No.
Oh, they're still new squires, aren't they?
They're still new squires.
Can we talk about how simple a mechanic that is, where their age is their skill, and as soon as your squire gets good enough for you to be happy with them, you get a new one that sucks.
They're just
the opposite of a car. Yeah. It's great.
No matter how good our knights are going to be, we're still going to be stuck with these 15-year-old kids.
Yep. That we didn't choose.
Yeah. Beautiful game. Beautiful game.
Love it.
Yeah. Part of the joy of rising in the ranks and gaining favors of people is being able to pick your squire.
Mm. Yeah, I assume if Erwin was better at the political game,
you would be able to pick your squire next year, next
the next cycle
go around if you were still alive, assumingly against the Saxons.
Yeah, who knows?
Right? But yeah, you would be able. The Earl would like totally defer to you, right? To be like, you're a veteran now. Here are some people I promised a good squireship to. It would be great if you took one of these asshole kids off my hands.
Sure.
Right?
Sure, yeah.
I kind of was feeling this guy. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. I gotcha. Horse trading.
Cool. So the wrap up, let's see. Erwin, you're going to gain 4. So you gain 40 glory.
Right.
Shout out to Grant Ellis in the chat right now, being the jester heckling me. There was a knight named Gareth. His ass could not fit the cherith.
Oh. Hey, Grant.
Oh, shit, man.
Beautiful stuff.
What was Pedrog's dad's name?
Gwern.
Gwern?
Yeah. He's just been staring daggers at you the whole feast for being able to get around his beb. Social obstacles preventing you from sitting near the salt and by Gareth as originally intended.
That's too bad, Gwern. I hope your kid doesn't get killed.
You finally get up near the salt and sit down and just like this fucking jester.
I'm proud of Gareth for keeping his cool and having some modesty.
Honestly, Owen, did anyone ever tell you how much I hate being the nice guy? Why does anyone nice? This sucks.
Some like it's just easier to get along in the world.
Yes, well.
I have another addition that I think would probably have come up now for you, Gareth.
Yes.
I don't think your eyes change anymore.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Normalcy has set in again.
They have
Dream
returned
fades.
Again. I think it was kind of tested after the year of you going through your purity stuff, but after like renouncing Merlin and stuff like that, it's certainly a faded.
No. I'm now too Christian for that elf stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That is faded.
I like that. Because again, I love did it ever really happen? But did Sir Gareth really have eyes that changed color? How absurd! No.
This whole game is the diegetic book by Gareth. It's a family line.
Yeah.
So
yeah, was this merely an invention of the London poet I hired?
Right. So speaking of which, that would probably be the next thing as the feast is over. And we're getting ready to do that. But just before we like kind of go into London and do all that stuff, just to give you stuff, what's coming down the line here. We got to do another wedding because we got to do the Earl's wedding. Following which will have a tournament. Following of which, there was a discussion that you kind of heard about here at the feast, or especially coming into now, where there's going to be another like emissary mission, and everyone's doing their best to not be on it. Because you have to go talk to the Irish and Astrologus, the king of Astrologus, to do this, which is in like kind of more proper Wales, and everyone's like, I don't want to do it. That's a lost cause. Those dudes are just a bunch of barbarians. I don't want to deal with them.
Is that where Pelennor is?
It's up there. Yeah,
that might be fun.
It's near his kingdom. It's not the same one. I think
it's not the same one.
No.
How many Welsh kingdoms are there? There's like 3, 2, 3.
There's gotta be. Yeah, there's 3, maybe even 4. Funny.
Interesting.
But anyways.
Interesting.
Yeah. No.
So you want to hire a bard?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. See. Let me roll and see what their gender is. Perfect. They are Morgan.
They are Morgan?
Yeah.
Is that a gender I don't know about?
No, sorry. They have they them pronouns.
Okay.
Their name is Morgan.
Makes more sense.
Sorry. I'm doing too many things. I'm like writing up. I'm just adding them to the document.
It's the name of your memoir. Eric, I'm doing too many things.
They are baseborn, technically.
Of course they are. If I found them in London.
Yep.
Of course.
It's just reuse the Nathaniel Hawthorne thing. Families always rising and falling in London. I don't know why I said that with a Boston accent.
They say streets are paved with gold. I've only seen them run red with blood.
Right. Well, my streets are paved with mud, and I'm paying handsomely. So perhaps save your poeticism for when I hire you.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, I did. I want you to know that here's a couple things. I was once looked at by the Duke, with his own 2 eyes, which is pretty nice. I don't know if he actually saw my writing or not, but I know a couple things. I know different meters. I studied for weeks at tutelage of some, like she's like they're really playing down like their actual accreditations. They're saying it like really fast. Apparently like they try to do training, but they either didn't have the money or it didn't work out. But they're really good, and they're like
right. Well,
and that's when you like see what they actually like have wrote, and you're like, if I knew how to read, this would be good. Just kidding.
I'm going to introduce you to my wife, and if you aren't crying by the end of it, you're hired.
Oh yeah, and I think there's a time afterwards where Elaine comes out and be like, I like them. They're hired. Just like very much so, just the wine swirling.
Love you too, darling. As I'm like shelling out the money.
Yeah.
as they come out, I'm like, you can cry now, obviously, after you're done.
Oh my god.
She's magnificent, isn't she?
I've never seen a brain so scary.
I would also not mind Grant Ellis playing Elaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty good.
There are several people of varying degrees of I respect versus I'm terrified of them. I'm not scared of Grant. I beat him up all the time. I bully the shit out of Grant.
Oh, Grant. Take Grant for granted. Yeah, so you hire him or them. Sorry, Erwin. What do you do? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, if we're still in London for a few days, he'll just do what everybody else is doing.
Cool.
I don't think there's anything I want to do in London.
Yeah.
No. You just need to head back to Salisbury, to Sarum for the wedding of the Earl, and have a pretty low key year.
Is it expected for us to get a wedding gift for him?
Mm-hmm. Probably like a Librum worth of something. Probably.
Okay. Nothing too fancy. Nothing purple.
No. And this is just a nice celebratory thing. The Duke is doing most of the financing of the wedding. But most notably here, obviously, would be Statirius is making more of a presence known in Sarum than he has before.
Earl Statirius, or is he the Baron? The Baron. Baron Statirius, okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
So let's, for fun, piggyback. Let's do another quick little lightning round feast of two rounds.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For this, and now this is. Do we retest?
Yes,
our appearance. Okay.
It's a different feast.
2 feasts in 1 year. You're spoiling me, Eric.
I know.
Hey, there we go. It's bound to happen sometime.
Watch, I'm going to fail. We're still not going to sit together.
There you go. Both.
All right.
There we go.
This is like
should be in Sarum.
As it should. Yeah, we're in our hometown feast advantage.
Come on here.
Yeah, you got your proper seat. You can bring your proper silverware.
Yeah, the table only has like 20 people at it. Like it's not like several thousand packed into a great London hall. Right, no, thank you.
Come on. It's just all we talk about for the whole feast.
Yeah, so sitting above the salt would be the Baron, the Earl, Lady Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really described Lady Jenna for us. Lady Jenna she's just the sweetest girl. Almost like too pure for like this time. She is like the quintessential like the romantic ideal of like what it would mean to be a feminine in this time period, of loves to sew, knows all her prayers, just like the nicest little angel. And like everyone calls her
Guinevere.
Yeah, like everyone calls her little angel. And
how
like
old? She's 9.
Yeah, she's 9.
Right?
Yeah.
That's like our kid's age, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gorthrin's age for sure.
Yep.
I'm just saying, Jim. Oh no, because she's already pledged to the Baron.
Pledged to St. Chester.
But if something happens to the Baron, just saying.
Yeah.
Sweep in there, secure the future for your manor.
Exactly. You know, why go abroad? Why go to another county?
Yeah.
All right. So it's the embassy from Silchester, and then the usual suspects from Sarum.
Yes.
All right.
Jim, I think you go first because we are
All right.
at the same, but you are higher glory.
Oh, goodness. All right.
I had the Roll20 music on mute for the stream because I'm a genius.
See what we have. We have secret dish.
What are the
Platter
dishes?
What are they?
Let's see.
Beef marrow fritters.
Wow.
Beef meat tiles?
Meat tiles.
Meat tiles.
I'm redoing my kitchen.
Right.
But they could also be, if you need a surprise dish, it would be pastries.
There are 2 dishes with bone marrow in the first.
I mean,
They gotta go. That's what they
really
got.
Yeah. You ever had bone marrow?
I have had bone marrow once.
Yeah. Same.
It was probably one of the craziest meals I ever had. We had like a dinner with a longtime client of my father's firm, and the client's wife is a literal Cameroonian princess.
Mhm.
Fun fact. And cooked up just an absolute, like, a feast. But there were only like 5 of us. But it was still, and one of the things was this, like, I don't know I want to say bread, but it was like a meatloaf, but it had like bone marrow in it. And there was like venison, which she had helped hunt herself, because the dude owned like 22 acres just for deer hunting. Look, I'm just saying, if you ever wonder where your life could be, I know a Maryland hick who married a Cameroonian princess. So go for it, man. Like,
Wow.
live your life.
Oh.
Bone marrow.
Speaking of bone marrow.
Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool story. All right, I'm not sure. I've got 3 cards. I've got a secret dish, which would require temperate versus indulgent, with the penalty of missing the next round because I stuffed my face. New friends, which is a keeper card, a card that you hold on to. At the end of which I get a Libra as a gift. Or inflamed passions, prudent versus reckless. The table talk becomes quite heated. If prudent wins, I stay out of it. But if reckless wins, I'm challenged to a duel.
Oh, these are good cards. These are all
Yeah.
good cards.
Yeah.
Context for the new friends would obviously be some knights from Silchester.
Yeah,
Like maybe someone you met at London.
that's someone. Yeah, I can see that. This card, draw this card. Tempted by new friends with this. We're only doing 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Ooh,
New
True.
Friends is good. But
yeah,
like, what if you got into a duel?
I know, right? Like, there's a part of me that just wants to tempt it, but then I also realize what happens to me.
You're risking a duel and negative geniality, and
Yeah.
mechanically it's a terrible card. But like,
Okay, yeah, I think I actually like Secret Dish because Irwin has gotten a little bit sedate as he's grown older, and perhaps his temperament is not where it used to be. So I think I'm going to play Secret Dish.
Ooh.
that
Gotta-
affects me as well.
Pastries.
Yeah, so it's a platter of your favorite food is served nearby, temperate versus indulgent. If temperate succeeds, you ask for the platter to be brought over, and all player knights seated in the same area gain +1 geniality plus check and loyalty to your player knight's order. I'm not sure exactly.
You don't have an order.
It's
We don't have an
it's
order, yeah.
it's literally, are you gonna bogart the hors d'oeuvres or not, or like share them with us? Are you
and if
too busy eating bream and eel pasties?
Right. Oh my god. All right, let's do this. Temperate versus indulgent.
Pass me those eel pasties.
Yes.
I can't hog them.
Love it.
Oh.
Those are your pasties.
You certainly are.
That's a crit failure.
That's a
You
good one.
failed
You
both.
have
Yeah.
eaten your share of the pasties, my friend.
He hogs them, but he doesn't eat them all. He's like, no, you can't have them.
You're like telling us about them as you're eating. You're like, here's why I think these are so good. And especially when they're prepared this way.
And you miss the next round.
He misses the next round. All right. There he goes. Whew.
Right.
But for the grace of God goes
Could have been in a duel.
Zatar and Chad
It could have been a duel. In a way, it was a duel.
In a way, it was. In a way, it
The
was.
food
All right.
one. Hold on, the food one.
What is Erwin's favorite secret dish that you
It's
have
gotta
6
be eels.
options?
It's got
Okay.
Is there an eel option?
There's a second bream and eel pasties,
Yeah.
which is not a pastry.
No.
Is there?
It's kind of a pastry. Yeah. It's
Why
like a
is-
savory pastry.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can have savory pastries, and you can still keep the R in the. It's fine. I don't get.
You're the
I
guy
don't get
that
the
knows
language
about
I
the
speak.
English
It's. I've got an English degree. I should not be surprised by
Look,
this
they're
bullshit.
from London.
It might be
They're the eels
pasty.
you saw being caught in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
Just fishing them
Test
right
of
out the tubs.
strength again.
Traditional.
It's tradition.
Your
Oh,
entire bloodline has
lady
been
in the
tempted with
night.
tests of strength at every feast you've been to. Listen,
So
you bring your kid to your lap. You're like, listen, son. There's a point in every gun its life. You're gonna ask him to an arm wrestling competition at
Yep.
a feast.
Oh God.
Eswin,
It's your first one. It's your first
you
one,
need.
son.
It's time for you to learn, Eswin. You are a winterborn gunnet. For most families, you will be passed over. Eventually there comes a time for most families when people stop challenging you to arm wrestling. But we at Whittemore Gunnet, we remain.
Wait, is this an actual like competition with your kid?
I haven't decided if I'm doing that because the other one's good too. The other is a courtesan is seducing me.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God!
And
Is
I'm-
it what's his
Yeah.
name? Anirian?
No.
Is it Anirian because he's here?
Anirian's from Silchester.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
That was just starting to go down like 2 years ago. You allowed me to take some points away from my love for Anirian. Okay, so it's love versus lustful. So it'd be love of. Is it love Elaine versus lustful, or is it love?
Yeah,
Anirian?
I think it would probably
Okay.
be in this case love of your wife.
But she's banged him too. Like,
Yep.
we got a weird family dynamic. I know.
Hearts are
Yeah.
complicated.
Y'all got your own thing
No,
going on.
Can I make the argument it's love of Anirian versus lustful? Anirian wanted to let this go. And this is like,
Well, we have,
do I
to, we
love
have to
them?
frame the context of what this card
Yeah.
is, and then is
Do,
it?
do I?
Yeah.
I sense in them, they're kind of drunk. We hang out, we talk. And I realize this is a moment of like, oh, like they obviously want to have sex with me, but they're the one who ended this. I know they'll come to regret it in a week's time that they sent
I
this
have Anirian's
message.
pronouns as he. Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong.
Okay.
I think this is an ex drunk dialing you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do I love
it's-
Anirian enough to not do the thing that my character obviously wants to do? Yeah. All right. Let me look at my sheet. What is my love for Anirian? Is at 14. So it's a 14 versus
the-
lustful of 7.
The
So-
best part though, this is over the beef marrow fritters and stuff, and he's just eyeing you. You know?
Yeah, no, there's nothing spoken. Absolutely. This
Like-
is. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the
That's
start
the
of
thing.
the feast. You're like,
Because
oh, it's gonna be
that's why
this
it's
kind of
l-
night.
That's why it's lustful. This is not Gareth struggling with whether or not like Anirian is sending mixed signals. It's like, no, he wants to go out to the fucking stable right now, bang one out quick, and be back in time for the beam and eel pasties that that Erwin's hogging. And it's like, can I do that? Okay, yeah, no, I like that. Let's do it. I'm choosing that card.
Okay, you're choosing Lady of the Night.
Yep. Love Venerian 14. I succeed, but if my lustful succeeds, better. Nat
Oh,
fail.
no.
Lustful.
Ooh. Yeah.
Big fumble.
Oh. What
You're
does
better
that
than
mean?
this.
That- Gareth realizes he's better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have really,
Yeah.
you have changed.
Fuck.
Gaining geniality for it.
Oh,
I do. And a check to.
Put it over here.
You know what? You know what sucks though? That gives me a check to my love of Venerian. I fall more in love. Here it is. This is where fine amor comes from. The love that cannot be consummated. The love that is too pure for our worldly lusts.
Amazing.
Awesome.
All
right.
Now, one more geniality for both of you as we go to the second round.
still eating that eel. Is Gorthrin there?
Oh yeah, totally.
I
And
figured.
all the kids are, the kids would be here. It's a wedding,
Yeah.
right?
It's good. This is a chance to see my kids.
Yeah,
Ace-Win
everyone's
and,
families are
Blessing.
here.
Ooh. Here's a question. Is Wolfgar around? The bastard kid I gave up?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I
That's-
mean,
Give
your
him a
cousin.
firm handshake.
I mean, your cousin's raising him as your own, and they declare, it's her kid, right? So like,
Right.
everyone knows the deal, but no one says anything about it. So, yeah,
Good.
he's what at this point?
He's 8.
8?
He was a year younger than my other kids. Or maybe 2 years. Let me check. I have it written down.
Wolfius, right?
Wolfius, yeah.
I have Wolfius at 4.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I mean, my notes are not always up to date. I just have notes like
Wait.
Bradwin, drunk at 488 feast. That's all I have. But
Who is that?
I don't know. If I need a night, that's I'm gonna go back and watch the VOD and be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Okay.
But in the meantime,
Wolfius, no, they were born in 488, so they're, and my other kids were born in 487, so they're only a year younger than my other kids.
okay. Then
So
my number.
my other kids are 7, and so Wolfius is 6.
Okay, then my number's wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
Okay.
crazy. I didn't realize you could do that.
I didn't
oh,
update the
wow.
ages for 2 years then. Okay.
Holy shit. If you didn't know, on the Roll20 sheet, if you go to the NPCs tab and you check the box, it lets you choose what kind of NPC stats to give them from like all of them. That's so cool.
Play myself
Oh,
a
nice.
long character.
Yeah. That's really good. I like that. That's good functionality right there.
Make him a worm or a wyvern.
My kid, the wyvern over there.
I have to have some nickname for Ace-Win. That scamp. She has been such a brutalizer of my shins.
Super true. Oh yeah. Let's see. There's someone else at this feast as well. I should mention. There is. It's not super important, but they'll be making their introductions to you. This was going to be the person that the new friend that you wouldn't have met. It's Sir Pattern. And Sir Pattern is spending a lot of time around, especially you, Gareth, and has kind of introduced themselves to you. You realize this might, I think you're picking it up that I think Sir Pattern was the amour of Elaine and Wolfius for, this is. You think this is what's going on here? you're not like no one's saying it at all, but like you're not sure. Like an intrigue test would like guarantee it, but you're smart enough to know like passively that like, is this what's going on? I don't know what it feels like, right? Or you can also ask. The point is that that seed is in your head and you're not sure, but after like they introduce yourselves and the way they're like kind of hanging around Elaine, you've seen this before.
I've seen it with Anirian, I think.
Yeah.
Or Ferumbus. She liked Ferumbus, too. Look. Gareth, by the standards of his time, is insincere. By the standards of our time, just doesn't care.
When he introduces himself to us, what is it in the context of?
I think it would probably be I think it would probably be the Baron. You know, Statirius is going and by the way, these are he sees you at some point. It's like, oh, so I see you have met one of my knights. Sir Pattern fought at the Battle of Lindsay. You know, he was on the right flank, and trying to give you something to talk about.
I half remember most of my battles. Usually the first half. Second half is usually being dragged out of it by Owen.
It's funny.
He deserves congratulations for that on the right.
Squires, man. Let me tell you, it's squires these days.
Let me tell you about squires, and I'll launch into my story of my favorite squire ever. Right next to Isgarian, my current squire. Like, let me tell you how good this squire is. Can you fill my glass, Isgarian?
Thank you. And Sir Pattern has a kind of a bad luck streak with squires. They have died. He's like lost 2 squires at this point. That's probably the most memorable thing about him.
Well, my wife lost many husbands before she met me, so good luck. You'll find the right one eventually.
Yeah, well. I know, but I've just been thinking about kids lately.
You don't have any of your own, I take it?
Yeah, you could say. Unfortunately, still a bachelor. Until my lord tells me I can marry.
Is he withholding that from you?
He believes it keeps us focused on the right tasks.
How would you secure your legacy then? Sure.
Making sure the Saxon bastards don't come back.
Perhaps one of your vaunted merchants will buy you a legacy.
Those. Don't get me started in those assholes.
I like you.
There's a lot. Yeah, like there's a lot that you actually have in common with this guy, even though he's also kind of like would be considered a rival. But you all are like are really friendly and chipper about it.
Sure.
But
Elaine was a rival once too.
The big thing about him though, he kind of has like a grim demeanor to him, where like his jokes are kind of like gallowsy. He's like, well, it's nice knowing you, but like, unfortunately, I doubt there'll be a next year, but it'd be fun. So we gotta enjoy our company while we can, shall we? Not like almost like a Carpe Diem kind of thing. He's kind of enjoying and being like, dude, next year's gonna be like the world's not gonna be the same after next year.
No.
It's like what he's saying. Like this battle's gonna be everything.
Yeah, because it's not like there's a scheduled battle. But like everyone knows
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
And the encirclement continues.
And he's also kind of dour about it. He's talking. He's like, man, like, dude, it's okay. I'm pretty used to death at this point. I honestly, I don't think we're gonna get. We're not. Do you think we're getting the Irish this year? Do you think the Irish are coming?
Oh,
I've never fought the Irish. In fact, I don't think my family's ever fought the Irish. My father was not known for being in the field. Many a sentry duty.
You went to the continent, though, right?
You did.
Did you fight with the Irish then? I thought they did. I missed that though. I wasn't able to go.
Oh,
No,
I was too busy
French.
fighting Saxons.
Fighting next to the Irish is not the same as fighting the Irish. Fighting next to the Irish is it's different. It's sort of like ruling next to a merchant.
Oh. Well, then I hope that doesn't come to pass. Because let me tell you, it has been terrible. He kind of like leans into you like these uppity assholes are running around pretending they're as good as us. You know, just because they're in London and they can flot around an extra Librams.
We should pass laws on what they can buy.
Problem is that we need as much money as we can to hire these mercenaries.
No, we don't need money. We need strength of arms. And of course, the merchant wishes to buy strength of arms. They can buy arms. They can buy spears. They can even buy men to hold them. But so long as we knights exist, we will know true strength, granted by God, filling us with the righteous fervor we need to cast off this Saxon plague. Cannot buy that.
Amen to that. What was your name one more time, sir?
Sir Gareth the Dauntless.
The Dauntless. Is that a
They called me
Madoc
that
name?
short. It was shortly before my trial, as I recall.
Fantastic. Now, let me ask you about your opinions on Madoc and this kid. Seems like he's just gonna kill him and blame it on whatever. Am I right?
It's a concern.
Madoc shall do what his distemper allows.
Well, let me tell you, if it was up to me, I would have had that Roman bastard. I would have his head in a year. I don't know what's taking him so long.
Have you met Cigaris?
No.
Then I think that probably informs your reasons for being able to find him so quick. I've met him.
Wow. Is he as presumptuous and assholish as everyone says? More. I heard those Romans are intolerably superior.
He's cut from a different cloth. I suppose it's rather the difference between cotton and leather. You wouldn't want to be wearing leather on a hot day, and you wouldn't wish to be wearing only cotton in a downpour. So it is with Sigarius.
Sound like you know him well.
I don't know him well. I knew him for a single night, but the impression was indelible.
Erwin. What say you? Tell me about the Siagris. Were you there too?
I was not there when they shared wine and spoke, but I was on the campaign that he acquired for himself. He seemed driven in a way that I've seen few men be able to sustain over any length of time. He seemed as if nothing would stand in his way if he wanted something.
Indeed. He was a man driven by a similar fire to our King Uther, but without the arms behind him. Imagine Uther alone. No friends.
No
There's your
Excalibur.
Siagrius. No Excalibur, indeed. No grace of God. A man alone with his passions. That will make an angel or a devil of a man, and honestly, I don't know which he has turned into.
I was a betting man. He looks at you, which I'm not. Unless.
Of course. Let me roll reckless. That's a really stupid thing to make a bet on. But
Yeah. What's the pool up to on that?
I would wager devil. These are the end times, my friend.
I'll take angel. A man of God should always believe that the angel's on their side.
I'll take that bet. Well, let's wait to see what Madoc has to say. then we just host each other, have a good time.
Yes.
You all are very kind.
Yeah. What was this guy's name?
Oh,
I put him in my notes.
Absolutely. Where did I put it?
It's in chat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Sir Pattern.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Let's do. No, we'll make him a people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he's an NPC. He's not a people. Awesome.
Ooh. Okay. Awesome. I will tell you this: that you have successfully averted something that happens in the fall. I won't tell you what, but you have done that. So good job. Cool. All right. Feast keeps going. That was good.
Great.
I think it's back to your turn.
I don't have a turn.
Oh,
Because
you missed the turn. Yeah.
I'm missing my turn.
This is where you go our
Yeah.
whole ham
Nom, nom,
on
nom,
some
nom, nom.
pasties.
Yeah. So you just get your geniality for the round.
You really got a taste from in London.
I will say I adore my partner with everything that is in me. Last night they got like one of those party packs of Taco Bell. We have so many tacos, and like I'm after this stream. I'm putting my face first into like a feeding trough. So I know how Erwin feels right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Taco Bell, hire me as a spokesperson.
Just can't get enough.
Ooh,
Right, we got
an
two here.
ideal wife?
Drunken Lout.
I can't.
Classic.
Unmarried, you may recommend. Ooh, dude just talked about wanting to get married.
Yeah.
Okay, and the cup means I have to take this, right?
Yeah. The host
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
What's
Host
the one
card.
I'm missing? I just want to see. Drunken Lout. Okay, yeah, that would be less interesting anyway. So
Well,
I'm gonna choose that.
I think context would be this would have to be a lady that would actually be a good match for your pattern.
Yeah.
Of course,
Well.
you meet the person you're going to marry at a wedding.
Yeah, so we've got to find a charming goth for this guy, like a similar gallows humor.
Corian? Not queer.
You've got the random marriage table because I don't have my book in my office right now.
Was that what?
Yeah, so I have to roll on the marriage table, but +5. And because I'm married, I may recommend a fellow player night.
I got it open here.
I can't do that though because Erwin's also married.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll just find a placeholder for the person you recommend.
Oh, and the stakes are generous.
D20 +5. Plus
D20
1 for
plus
glory,
5.
right? Because you're doing a random marriage roll.
Yep.
Plus anything over 15 for your loyalty of your lord.
I don't actually think I have that high loyalty to Lord.
I didn't think
I
you
should
did.
get that. My loyalty to Lord is 13.
Oh, so it's pretty good
So
then.
it's just the +5. I still got a 19.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It would
That's
actually
really
be
good.
21 because of your glory. Or 22 even.
So 22 would be an heiress of a vassal knight who owns a manor. Didn't I just enfief someone?
Yeah.
What's his name? The old knight.
The old dude
Yeah, old dude.
with a kid, but they couldn't.
Nesta is not the right one.
No,
No, that's
it's
my vassal.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring it up. It's Mar. He's from Maris. People, there we go. Sir Moriad.
That's Moriad. Yes.
And he has a 12-year-old kid, Aiden.
Yes. Is he gonna marry Moriad?
We don't know. Well, so Aiden's old enough to have been presumed steward or knight, right? Like that's.
Yeah,
I think
he's gonna be.
Yeah, but we as players don't know which Aiden is towards.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
No, as characters you don't, but like he was a knight.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
just way too young to be
All
one.
right, then it's not going to be it's not going to be my vassal knight. It's just a vassal knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orient's kid.
All right.
That's a good. I'm handing out a good recommendation here.
So is this a question? So does this like go from the? So you're like workshopping this with the Earl? How this works? Like, what does this actually look like?
No, this feels like an Elaine thing. If anyone's going to know some
Like matchmaker?
specific, perfect political matches, like really good for everyone involved, it's going to be my terrifying wife.
That's true. And I think what makes this marriage so great, I don't know who the person is yet, but I think what makes this marriage so great is that this is like a sleeper help counter to the sort of like power of Silchester coming into Salisbury now because of the way the wedding goes. That this is sort of like the almost like a counter.
If Silchester comes into Salisbury, Salisbury's going into Silchester.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can imagine Elaine saying that. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, my stupid husband. If you put me in check, I may counter check. And let me tell you about my counter check."
As she like points over towards one of the stewards.
From the outside, it looks like she's like whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Yeah.
And I'm responding as though she is. I'm like, oh, yes, yeah. But what she's actually doing is like listing off like the matches and what makes them so good.
I love it. I'm trying to see. I don't even know if I have a knight. I'm just gonna put a placeholder right now in my notes for it, and I'll just have to come back with that. I don't want to generate someone if there's someone that's already good, but I also don't want to spend 20 minutes looking at my list being like, right?
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just put TBD.
No worries. All we need to know is it's someone Elaine has stepped on at some point, and like
that list is that is the entire list of my NPCs. So I don't know.
That's her Rolodex. She only remembers you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Sir Pattern has a marriage offer.
She's got very big Ursula energy from My Little Mermaid, my wife.
My little
Yeah.
Good stuff. Cool.
All right.
One more round of the feast then, right?
Yes. No, that was round 2. Unless we're going 3.
Yeah, we're doing 3.
Okay, cool.
You don't get the generous.
All right.
Okay.
So I only missed
I don't
one
get
turn.
generous.
Right.
Because it's a host card, that actually means that the Earl has sort of asked for your help with that.
Wasn't Elaine connected to the Earl?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they lived in Sarum.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense to me. Yeah. So, okay, cool. Yeah, so Elaine, yeah, okay, I got the scene then in my head, just kind of retro looking at it. Yeah, like so Elaine's like, listen, I need your help, husband. I've been thinking of a ploy to give to the Earl about a possible marriage prospect of this guy, right? This guy I used to know. I think it would work really well for us, etc. Okay. Anyways, what are the cards we got?
Yeah, what do we got?
All right.
Host
So I
passes
have a host passes by. It's a host card, so I have to play it.
Mhm.
But it's probably the one I would play anyway. Host comes by and speaks with you about a topic dear to your heart. Choose your strongest passion. Choose if tied. And then a bunch of things that happen on success, crit success, failure, fail. The others are a juicy tales, which is a card that I keep and would give me something if I avoided geniality penalties, which my record's not that great. And then mistaken identity, modest versus deceitful. So I think the host card is going to be a fun one.
Can I say, if I, once this quarantine lifts and I get to have games in person again, I'm gonna run Pendragon, and I'm gonna make the feast like a fucking LARP. Like it's gonna be like a 13-round feast where you're drawing cards, and we're gonna have actual food and cheese everywhere.
Yeah, just a bunch of cheese.
So much.
Probably eel, and I know a bone marrow person now, so
yeah,
Got a bone marrow guy.
listen, it's
a
delicious.
Cameroonian princess.
So let's talk about this topic dear to your heart.
Yeah.
Erwin, you have so many. Is it your wife?
So my top two are love of Lady Grade and loyalty are my top two passions. Loyalty is at 18, love is at 19.
Whew.
That's a good choice.
Well, I think the Earl contextually would probably not. I mean, oh wait, it's his wedding, so I was like, wait, actually, maybe he would ask you about love.
Yeah.
No, I think he would. Can we make it about your love of your wife?
Certainly.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, it's his wedding, and of course, he's like, you were known for having like one of the best relationships, right? Like you got together with your sweetheart now, and like all of this stuff came together for you all. And while it was a little bit dramatic and it kind of polarized some people, you're known about your marriage now. Your marriage is known in Salisbury.
It's a story.
Yeah, it's a story.
In character and out of character, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about how cool that fucking story is.
It's kind of
great.
fucking incredible.
Kind of awesome. Yeah, let's do it. He's more than happy to talk about it.
Sure. What kind of sage wisdom?
Yes. All right.
You've once had to answer a question about the merchants to Uther.
Oh man. Well, now it's gonna. What should you do with your on this the night of your third marriage?
What?
All right. Now, if I roll a 20, that's a fumble. So I'm gonna hold my breath.
15?
All right. Not a crit success, but a success nonetheless.
Well put.
Put.
What's the gist of your advice? Is it like another trait that you have that you would provide, like cautious? Would you provide love? Like what is the general advice? There's no real answer because you succeeded.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say for Erwin, he it would be the courage to admit when you're wrong.
Is Erwin asked to give a toast? So you just like toasting is like you do that shit all the time during a marriage.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah, but it's like a real talk like part of the host though, right? Where he's like, no, for real, I want the advice of everyone who's been married, kind of thing. Where everyone's like not too real, but real enough to be like, oh, good job, that's good, right?
He looks over and there's Gareth and Erwin. He's like, definitely Erwin.
Definitely.
Which one?
The courage to admit they were wrong.
Yeah, courage to admit you're wrong.
Everyone's like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like,
Choice. Fucking choice.
Go. Come on, Earl.
More
We're
cards.
all counting on you, Earl. Sweet. So we get +1 geniality. Yeah. It's a good wedding. There's gonna be a tournament after.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yes.
We have one more round to go, right?
Colin.
That was. Oh yeah, no, I'm. Yep. Sorry, was I holding us up?
No. I think we're not used to me drawing cards first.
It's true. You're usually on the
Usually
floor
right.
somewhere,
Yeah.
just rolling around.
Making an embarrassment of
All
yourself.
right.
But
Right.
Mercy, my lord. Several ladies ask you how merciful you would be if you were confronted with your hated foe.
ooh.
Interesting. The other is help needed, and knight asks your assistance. He
This is-
urgently needs to leave and asks you to entertain a lady relative. Oh, these are both good.
Mm.
These are
Really
both good. Because the first one is, again, I love just really testing new Gareth because it's so fragile. He is so close to slipping back. Every time I open my mouth, the instinct is to talk as old Gareth, and that's perfectly in character. The other one, I think I'm going to go with Mercy Millard, because we already had one where I kind of like helped out a knight.
I love how you're so willing to expose your character to interesting problems and dangers.
Yeah, they're puppets. They're meat puppets.
Yeah.
They have such interesting lives that I treat with such dispassionate blasé. That's right.
What else are you gonna do?
I am a little god, and I've been drunk on power with my agency over this person.
Mhm.
Never trust me and with any real responsibility, because this is how I treat it. Okay. Whew, that got weird.
Several ladies ask you how merciful you would be if you were confronted with your hated foe.
I like this because my most hated
Oh.
foe, I don't have a strong hate for Saxons, but it is the only hate I have.
Well, you also have, that's true. You have that one, but you have that fucking dude. You have that squire. You have the squire who won the tournament, who beat you.
Yeah.
Did I take hatred of him?
No.
I don't think I did.
No, you don't have hatred of him. That's true. So it's probably your passion of Saxons.
I could have hatred of him.
I don't know, but in the context of this card, I would allow it.
That's
because
fair.
this is like a wedding and there's a tournament coming up, and so they're probably talking about the tournament and like this guy.
In fiction, it's a really good question.
About the Saxons.
Yeah, it's
right.
like, oh,
Both
what
were.
would you do with a Saxon? It's like, well, I had a fucking Saxon captive.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mercy versus hate. I've got a pretty good mercy. This should be a slam dunk, I say. Oh, mercy is a 10. Never mind. Fuck. All right.
Hey.
Past that. And my hatred of Saxon isn't high. Let's fail this one. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go. I'm like, I had a Saxon captive. I showed him mercy. His name was Aeswin. If you note, and at this, I'll like grab my daughter from out under the table where she's been like beating my shin with a ladle. Like,
it's just a spoon going.
Yeah, this is my daughter, Aeswin. Because that mercy saved my life. Maddock led us on a raid down the river into Saxon territory, and I took an axe in the chest, stove me in like an empty pot. And the only thing I remember as I was dragged to one of the ships by Erwin, as I was bleeding my life's blood out on those oaken planks, I remember Aeswin, his forked beard capped with silver, his eyes hooded and dark, telling me that I came from the chalk of Winterbourne Gunnet. And I lived. By the grace of God, I lived, but in a moment of irony, our Lord chose to speak through a pagan Saxon whom I had shown mercy. So, you tell me what I would do. I tell you, I would have another Saxon dog. Gladly.
Oh, so good. So good. Damn.
+1 geniality, and I check merciful. Nice. I'm gonna get that. I'm getting that perfect night bonus.
You're gunning for
chivalry bonus. Yeah, I'm Winterbourne gunning for it.
Just honest. There's a lot of them that I still have at 10.
Yeah, I've had to battle back against Gareth's terrible habits.
Oh man, yeah,
I love it.
I've lost ground on more traits than I've gained it.
It's tough. It's real tough.
Yeah,
I love it. This game makes you work for your character development. In D&D,
Really
it's like, I'm just gonna swap out one of my bonds.
Inspiration.
Nope.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
You showed up. You're gonna get your level. I like it. I like the fact that it's like, no, I don't want this. I don't want you to become less energetic. But it's happened every year.
But I got a goddamn rooster. It's making me sleep in.
Rooster and the other thing, yeah.
Right. I checked reckless. I don't want more reckless. I need less reckless.
I will say, looking at my current checks,
reckless
it's a good year.
Is rough.
Yeah.
That's a rough combo. Right?
That
You
sounds
do
like a
terrible. You
fun
take
one.
terrible ideas and you follow through. Nope.
I feel like second characters, it's going to be a different ball game
It's
because
gonna be so different.
yeah,
I'm gonna be playing this little shin kicker.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. I can't wait to play Acewin.
sounds like we've raised two little hellions too.
Yeah, who are gonna have come from like such good family. We're bannerets. We're banner knights. We have our own vassals. They're gonna have the
Little
opposite
shits.
problem to our characters.
Yeah,
Our characters had nothing.
nothing. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna be
Acewin
terrible.
is. I'm looking forward to Acewin being an Azula character. I'm sticking with this Airbender. It's like it's all I've been fucking watching.
Good use.
Yeah, audience, this is why you tune in. This
Yeah.
fucking nonsense.
Is that the last round?
Yeah,
I think
on
so.
me,
Yeah,
I lost
that's,
track.
that's round 3. Yep.
Wow, this feast was dope.
Oh yeah.
You got 7. I got 7. No, I'm math. Wow, I was wrong. You got 5. I got 7.
3, 4.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a good year. It's a year of
It
hope.
was a very good year. It's a very good year for feasting.
Tournaments. I did one earlier. Do you choose to enter the tournament?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Choosing to enter the tournament. You'll be testing valor, horsemanship, and lance.
Oh, lances.
Test those consecutively, and based on what you win, or like how many of those successes, like a skill challenge, I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay. This calls for another shot.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't have anything set up for like who you're actually going against, but like this is just for your personal success record here. Okay.
Gotcha. You have an opinion on which of us goes first for
you have the
character?
higher
you have the higher
Oh,
glory.
yes.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
seated.
this.
You're
I
seated
love
higher.
there's just a
What
thing.
opinion? Yeah.
Oh my god.
more
All right,
important?
so yes.
It's like miseries and misfortunes, where in an argument, the person with the what just happened there? Yeah.
I pressed the thing on my chair like a dummy.
All
Don't do
right,
that,
here
kids.
goes Valorous. All right.
Pass.
There
Pass.
we go. Horseman.
Pass.
Oh,
Ooh,
almost a
so
crit.
close to crit.
All right.
I taste it.
Another pass.
Pass.
Were these tests or just do a check?
Yeah. So successes are checks,
Okay.
but then also, you will be going into another round of the tilt.
Nice.
And at this time, you'll be rolling, with +3. Your
Plus
lance.
3
Mhm.
on my just on my lance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why,
Same thing.
are we resolving all of Irwin first, or
No. Let's pause there and let's go. Let's do you first.
okay? Valorous success. Horseman and lance. I failed horseman.
Okay.
I didn't fail lance.
All right. So for both of you, so far, not just both of you. Gareth, you have so far earned 1 Libram, and you're entering the tilt, with +3. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread this. So that's you're right. Irwin, you're entering both the melee and the tilt now. So you didn't qualify for the melee, Gareth.
Okay. Shit, that's the one I could do well in because I have a high sword. Fuck.
All right.
So it's +3, and we earned a Libra.
Yeah. You haven't earned a Libra yet.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
All right. So let's do the lances first. This is going to be.
We're rolling the same 3,
2.
or just
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
we
your
both got a
skill?
+3.
Without
versus
the
lance?
+3. Yeah. What's your lance?
Mine is 16.
15.
Okay. All right. So then this one is against, or sorry, let me roll it out in the open. You said 16, so this is rolling at 14.
Hmm.
All right. He beat a 6?
I do believe so. Yeah, I got 11 on mine for Lance. Oh,
Oh, no,
you're talking about the
there's
new
a second
roll.
round.
Sorry,
There's
yeah.
a
Gotcha.
second round, yeah.
Gotcha. I was like, this is the first thing. You know, so this is with +3. Oh no.
So you fail.
Yeah.
Okay. So you lose in the next round here.
Okay.
So you do not win the tournament, which means you'll just end with 1 Libram.
All right.
Colin.
Nice.
For the tilt.
Sweet. So you want
But
us
you're
to
also
two
but you have to
rounds?
do the melee. But you need to do the melee following this.
Yeah.
Right.
You can still win that.
Yeah.
And I get a +3 to that too.
Yeah. And Colin, your lance skill is what?
15. It's what I started with. I have never improved. I might with the check I get from this tournament, though. Erwin's the one who's got the tilt arena,
Yeah, he's got the
home gym.
You did install us.
Yes.
So
skill 19.
All right, you're fighting. Okay, you fumbled.
Yes.
Can you beat a fumble? You beat a fumble.
Nice.
So you succeed. You're getting. God, you just beat up some poor guy.
I imagine he literally drops his lance by accident or some shit,
and
I just
you have him
I just
right.
plow through him like, yes, I'm the best.
You will gain 10 glory, and you get to go again. This time you'll be adding 3 to your lance.
That was with 3. Am I still doing +3?
You'll be re-rolling at +3.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the thing is, the difficulty is also scaling with you.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, that's not as great. That's fine.
So yours is 18, so I'm rolling a 16. 9.
Oh damn it!
1.
By 1.
Oh, so you also lose with 1. You get 1 you get your goodie bag of 1 Libram.
This is the equivalent. This is the equivalent of like the MMA match. That's really good from a technical standpoint, but fucking boring as hell to watch.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh yeah, he won because like
he won by
kept
points.
his guard up better. He like the other. They were just exchanging probing blows for 90 minutes. I definitely paid $80 to watch this on pay-per-view. Awesome.
Thrilling. Yeah. Oh, we got their helmet knocked off. All right.
Although Kenny Florian versus Nate Diaz, if you want to watch absolute tech, it's so fucking boring. But if you know what they're doing, it's amazing to watch. Sorry, go on.
Make sure you check your lance.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do the melee. This will be your sword.
Still with the +3, yeah?
Yes. What's your sword?
My sword is 20, and then it's 23 with bonus.
Okay. You're fighting someone pretty damn well. Good. But they rolled a 5, so. Yep. All right, you keep going. Long? What's long? It says it's abbreviated long and then short. Is that long spear and short spear? Like, what is...
What?
Is there a weapon skill that's long?
Lance and spear.
Yeah, I thought like long spear, but I thought it was listed as great spear.
Well, this thing says, sorry, I should have read this before, but melee says weapon as the skill, and then long as a spear, then short. Is that, short sword isn't a thing.
No.
I'm gonna make you test sword again because I don't know what the hell this thing is talking about.
Sure.
All right, so let's test sword again.
Okay.
You have to win 3 consecutive ones.
Is long? Wait, no. Is long a quality on a weapon? I think it is. And so I think it's saying is like the first test is like the long weapon, like the spear or whatever you could be using, and then the other has to be like an axe, a mace, or a sword. That would make sense to me.
Maybe. Yeah, I can
maybe.
See that.
I don't know.
Let's just do swords. Let's just keep doing swords.
Yeah,
just roll swords. Just roll swords
for. I'm gonna roll it right.
The rest of your life. Okay. Chat is saying long is a characteristic of a weapon, so I think it's telling you have to use a long weapon for the first roll and a short.
Okay. So then
it gives you a reason to train up.
Yeah, it gives you a reason to train with a different weapon. Okay. So
Should
you
train
succeed
with 11.
the second one, but then yeah, that's the fight with a longer weapon. So as this would be spear, but you have the lance. You have that Kimric spear skill. That's you.
Yes, that lets you fight with. Yes. All right. So my skill there, I guess, is 16, and then it'll be 19 with the bonus.
Okay.
So this is the last
That's
one.
the last one.
Ooh,
I failed.
this one's the.
Yes. Just need to succeed. Come on, Erwin.
Come on, here we go.
For the one. Oh, he just walked it in there.
It's
You
literally the only thing you. The
You wanted
only
to-
thing you would beat with a 1 is someone who failed. It's perfect. It's perfect.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, there we
Your
go.
low energetic trait is showing.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, with the lance,
Yeah.
Okay.
You
so-
notice they're not like they're just like not couching their lance or something. You're like,
Oh,
all right, I
all
got
right.
this.
I got this guy.
You're not gonna couch
Um,
your lance.
So
It's fine.
you're getting 2 things now. For
Oh,
one, you're
sweet.
getting 50 glory for winning, and I'm looking for the
Jeez.
goods table. I've seen it before.
I got 10 for just passing the first round, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is my brain small?
Good old Erwin, just squeaking by.
Squeaking it
Cluster, complex.
past the
fine.
goalie. Yep. I've had them before.
Is it the
Yeah, because that's
Back
like,
when I
wanna-
played lacrosse,
Oh, yeah.
I was a FOMO face off, FOGO face off get off,
Mm.
long pole, and I was faster than most people thought. And there was a scrum at midfield. Their goalie
nice.
came up further than he should have. I picked it up and I rolled it into the goal.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the
That's all it
most
takes.
disrespectful thing I've ever done in my life was rolling it into the goal as this poor goalie whose whole job is to get beamed with a dense rubber ball in lacrosse. It's like fucking rock. And his whole job is take that abuse, and I disrespected him with a gentle roll into the goal.
I hate to see it.
Oh, my
Erwin.
God.
Erwin, you receive 3 additional Libram, in addition to your 50 glory, as well as a courser
Sweet.
You got
with track and gear.
Wait, what's a courser? Is that
That's a,
Not a palfrey.
yeah, it's not a palfrey.
it's not
It's
a
like
charger
a-
though.
It's not
Not
a
a
charger,
charger.
but it's like a,
It's
better
like
than
a
a
step
round seat.
down.
It's a hunting
Oh.
horse, I think. A
Hunting
hunting
horse,
scouting
yeah.
horse.
I don't. Oh, I think
Fast,
it's the one
nimble,
is
not
that the
gonna
one
break
that
its leg
died
in the
for
woods.
me?
Yeah.
I think that's the one who died for me.
Well, you could always give it to a friend if you want. But if you
No.
did that, you would check generous.
Yeah, no, I'm going to
Um,
keep it.
Would you mind?
'Cause-
would
You should keep
yeah.
it.
Would you
No,
want
we
mi-
start with 2 round Cs. Okay. Sorry, I'm just keep interrupting. I'm
No, you're
sorry.
good. I don't know how you all's schedules are, but would you mind continue playing through and just finishing up winter for this year?
I'm good.
Or,
Yeah, I can do
or do
it.
we have to? Okay,
I can, yeah, I got some time.
cool.
the only
'Cause
thing on my schedule is
nothing else for
Grant's
the
going to
year.
make me play Armello later. So
yeah, there's nothing else scheduled for the year, and like that would this is a nice quiet year of fests and tourneys.
Yeah, I guess
We
we
the
aren't going
embassy
to have
and
many
whatnot
quiet
takes off.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say.
I mean, everyone knows what's happening next year, right?
Everyone knows.
The
the
shadows
worst.
gather.
Shadows
Yeah.
gather.
Yeah, he wants
Winter
let's
is
stick close
coming.
to home. Mm. Even
So
Pattern is not feeling the outlook either, so it's grim.
Yeah.
um, cool. If things went poorly during that feast, Pattern would have showed up demanding Wolfius. So good job.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, with like 20 dudes. You'd have been here in the fall being like, yo, give me them. But good job.
Oh,
Nice.
But instead he's
Oh,
like, oh,
very
they're
good.
cool and I'm getting married. So you didn't even know. That's the
I-
best part of
Very
this
good.
game.
Very good.
I never let it on. I never did anything.
That's great.
I was like, oh,
That's
this is great. But I want you all. I think I don't mind revealing a little bit behind the curtain sometimes.
No,
for
that's
y'all.
great.
Oh yeah,
So-
especially
so
if it's going to be players are always they miss things.
Sure.
We just do.
It-
There's a lot going
So,
on.
personal DM philosophy. I am often more free with behind the scenes stuff because the truth is, if it only exists in my notes, no matter how cool it is in my notes, it's not cool because like
You're not.
I think
not sharing.
everything I do is cool. So like you have to show it to people so they can also appreciate how cool it is. Understand, my DM philosophy is built on a very strong thread of narcissism. So like, if you aren't patting me on the back constantly, I hate you.
Yeah.
And part of that is like being able to tell players like, here's the cool thing I had
This
prepped
neat
because
thing I did.
Yeah. Look at me. Give me a fucking banana sticker.
Whereas mine comes from having
Demand
antagonistic
validation.
players who are like, show your work. Like, no, that wasn't real. Because the DM before me was just like, he was a combative, aggressive DM.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they were like, yeah, we got this down. So
Do you
they
have to
kept
like
me
do
honest.
sealed envelopes? Be like,
Yeah, I
I
feel like these
date
are my
marked
notes.
this
Yeah.
one. I
See
mailed
how
it to you.
Nothing's been erased here. Yeah.
I don't believe you planned that.
Half
Yeah.
of
I enjoy
DMing
being
is just
right.
trauma management.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
that's
Absolutely
super
is.
true. Super true.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about like a traumatized dog from the Pound reference, but that works just as well.
Yes.
I joke, I would love to have, when we again have conventions that people can show up and meet space, I would love to do a panel on like the trauma management of DMing, right? Because when you DM for people, you're also DMing for every DM they've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's like the condom commercials. Like you need to understand where they're coming from with these habits. Everyone has them. I have them. I absolutely have them. Jim has them. Eric has them. Eric's DMing is informed by every DM Eric's had.
All 4 of them.
There you go.
Just kidding. It's been 4 in like a week.
I was gonna be like, I've seen your YouTube videos. It's more than 4.
Come on.
All
You
right.
get around, Eric.
I do get around.
Also, like when they started
Experience
playing.
rolls. Let's talk, but also do experience rolls.
Oh, yeah.
When they started playing, yeah, no, that's very
another
true.
big one to me.
All right. You were generous with the checks. Let's do this. I've
I was
got
generous to this year.
Mercy.
really do
Here's
an
coin
adventure.
flip.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a success, and nothing happens there.
Like
This
it's not
is-
time. It's not time for Pendragon retrospective, but it is something I wish I did more. Was being able to look at my notes and feel more comfortable to be like, you know what, Greg, we're not doing that this year. We're actually going to have a little more quiet year. I think maybe like 2 more years of quietness interspersed with it, so you don't feel like you're 45 years old, like 8 years into the game. I feel like that might have been the better idea.
It is breakneck, like
Yeah.
in the Age of Uther, and I kind of like that in that it throws you into the deep end of like, no, you got feudal obligations, son. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just walk around all over jolly old England.
Yeah.
And I think it's something we can play with between ages. Like I know this is the Age of Uther, and because I have a grad degree and have read all of fucking Mallory and all that French fan fiction, like I know we're coming up on the anarchy. I know that's coming. I don't know what it looks like, to be clear. I have not read the Great Pendragon campaign. I don't know what Greg Stafford's version of the anarchy is, but I know of the anarchy.
Sure.
And that's going to be different.
Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Sword of the Stone. We're going to be turned into frogs, right? We're going to be turned into. I don't know why that terrified me as a kid. That's one of my favorite. I watched that movie so much on VHS. The VHS like broke, like the ribbon. Yeah, that and there's one of the Winnie the Poohs I watched so much.
Oh yeah, we're just completely wore out the VHS. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my prudence
goes up.
Prudent goes
Chad,
up.
I hope you're taking notes. You're learning so much about me. This session.
And as we just knew, like narcissism is something that Colin favors, so you should take notes.
Tweet at me. Tell me you love me. Do you love me?
Everything.
Zatar25. Tell me you love me. Everyone in chat. Love me.
Temperate goes up. Nice.
You are getting some great rolls here.
I know, not my
temper goes up.
Not my energetic for like the 9th year in a row.
I like that your temper goes up as you've been stuffing your face with the eel.
Maybe it's like Lady Grade just gives him a real like. Can you believe like you're a knight banneret? How in the world are you gonna stuff your face with eels like that?
It's Lady Grade. She's it's okay. And her saying okay is worse than her saying it's not okay.
Yeah. Oh,
shame, right? You know when someone forgives you for something you didn't know you did wrong yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's the worst. And he's just like, oh.
for realizing they love you despite your flaws.
Yep.
And you realize that was a flaw that you didn't realize. And you're like, oh, I did it. I did the thing.
Yeah. My partner pointed out that I'm really bad at saying goodbye at like in person in parties and stuff. I leave all the time. I just leave because I either have to be weird or say nothing. It's just for some reason, like they pointed out, and I was like, oh my God, I do that to everyone I love. I just fucking disappear instead of saying goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very real. That's it's close to home because I feel the same. I'm like, can I just go? You'll know I'm gone. It's fine.
But like that, you don't. That's the thing. You hope they know you're gone.
Oh, sure.
And that's the driver is like they'll text you later, be like, hey, it was nice to see you at the party, and you're like, oh good, they noticed I wasn't there, right. And that's what the driving. Love me.
Notice
Instead of the confrontation of saying goodbye, I'm leaving. I don't want to be here anymore.
Notice me that I'm gone.
Yes, so I got a lance increase and some trait. That's good. I'm glad, and they were knightly traits too, so I'm happy about that.
You got the lance too.
More temperate and more.
Is that's the lance check before your home gym check?
I think I just get one check a year, right?
Yeah.
It's like the list just ensures I get a check.
That's what I gotta invest in. I gotta choose my check. I'm gonna do some power gaming next session.
Gotta get that gym.
Yeah. That's what I got it. I set it up. I bought a tourney,
No, you've done some really specific manor building that's like
it's another character.
Created the Erwin that we know and love.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Well,
including that check to flirting. Part
of the manor informed us who Erwin will be, and then Erwin's also in turn informed what the manor will be.
Yeah, yep. It's really cool how it grows alongside. So yeah, those are my roles. Looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Cool. Household member survival.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh yeah.
So people Gualas. Yvain. Acewin. Glessig. Glessig very much. My mother is fine. Lady Elaine, totally fine. I'm not going to roll for Moriad Aiden because they're not my household. All right, that's everyone for me.
Oh. Excuse me. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. I've got to scroll past Glessig. She's still on with us. All right. Lady Grade. Let's see. 19.
Don't do this to me.
What's that?
Don't
You're right back.
Me write her out. Yeah.
No, please don't. Here's Morgan's 7. All right, and she's now like 3 or so.
Mm-hmm.
Like Helid. Oh, poor Helid, please. All right,
well,
excellent.
Good. And you don't have to roll.
Don't have to roll for Rugar. Excellent.
Good stuff. All right. Economic circumstances. None of y'all got rated or anything. Was wrong. Because when I rolled it, none of you all got anything. So good job, except for the boons. You're rolling against an 11 for this year, but we had to do the no additional misfortunes happen. The only other thing to do would be justice events.
Yes, perfect. I came back right in time.
Justice events. Glory, so Erwin goes first.
Right.
I'm going to try a different model. I don't have it imported in here yet. I want to see if it works.
Cool. Let's do it.
Here's one that has a little bit of expanded justice events. Can you roll a d20 for me, please?
Sure.
Expanded justice events.
11. Then can you roll a d6 for me? Okay, let me roll the justice event now to get the people from it. A local priest and a poor farmer are complaining that the poor farmer is being bullied for being toothless. The priest is upset that this farmer doesn't have any teeth.
this is the new priest too, right?
Yes.
What's his name? Oh yeah. All right. This guy.
Erwin.
Have we gotten ownership of a cow like 3 times in a row?
Yeah, that's why we're ignoring that. We're just looking at the contestants for this one.
Yeah.
What if it's
Former
the same
folder-
cow? What if this is like
Same freaking cow.
Caradig,
what if,
Yes, Caradig. All right.
scrawny and slim and irascible.
Yeah, Caradig. How
Yep.
Caradig?
Of course, he's being mad at this guy.
Yeah. Well, and then is it just like is it just like bullying straight up, or did the guy do something? The poor farmer.
This guy's a lazy drunk. Like he's not a good. I mean, I don't know. That's actually that's like a peasant. That's a folklore test for you. You're like, I don't know about this. Like, I've heard this guy's whatever. Like, oh, you're the dude that keeps getting complained about all the time.
I want this
Like,
cow
this
to
guy?
be like a Stan Lee cameo though from now on. The
Yeah,
ownership
yeah.
of this
Yeah,
cow is just
This
constant.
farmer does have a cow in it for sure. There's definitely a cow involved.
I thought my folklore was high, but it is my fairy lore that is high. So I don't know that. It's a lazy peasant. I think he's going to be. Yeah. Here we go.
You crit.
Hey, that's a crit.
You know everything about this. Give her.
Oh, this guy.
I remember
right.
you.
Yeah.
It's fairy lore. It's fairy lore. There's got to be some like story about
folklore.
why he's so
No,
lazy.
it's folklore.
Oh, it's
No,
folklore.
He
Oh,
has
never mind.
folklore for this one, but he crit with that too.
Check it for next year, friend.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We know the toothless guy. Yeah. Yeah. I think. I think the priest. This might be
Toothless
one.
grade.
Toothless grade.
That's his name. Toothless grade.
Toothless grade. Yeah, we've known it. He's been here forever. Like I knew him whenever I was young.
Yeah.
I don't know. So then knowing what I know then about grade, does it seem like the local priest is just like got a real one for this guy? Or is he have a
Yeah, but
case?
he deserves it.
Yeah.
Like this guy is a little shit.
Yeah.
And you know what?
he's-
Not being
Let's-
bullied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
that's-
think of-
nobody cares about the being bullied, I think.
He won't
Yeah.
respond to, my lord. He won't respond to mercy,
respond.
to
He
prayer,
doesn't respond to anyone.
even his family.
Is
He
this
responds to-
Diogenes? Is this medieval Diogenes in a clay
Yeah.
pot?
Yeah.
Just like
He's hostile
The
to
Lord of
ground.
the Manor comes down and is like,
What are you
what do you
doing?
want? And there's like, get out! I want you to get out of my light. I'm sunbathing here in my little fucking clay pot.
He just doesn't care. Grade just doesn't care. He just does
Yeah.
not care. None of the
Yeah.
punishments work on him.
Yeah, exactly.
I
He's
love
just-
this man.
Caradig is free to try to get any blood out of that stone that he wants. And
Nice.
so we've all tried, Caradig. We've all
Yep.
tried. And so
Busting in on
he's not going to help
Socrates.
him, but he's not going to step in either.
Cool. Then I think that's justice.
I want to channel Diogenes
Oh,
Oh,
energy.
okay. So you
I
don't get a
really do.
benefit. You won't get a benefit for your hatred going down.
sure.
But you do.
My hatred's at 0 right now, I think.
Well, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't worry about it.
Then just roll for your love of commoners, and then Colin, can you roll me a d20 and then a d6 for me? You
I
crit
crit
your
my
concern
commoner.
commoner. You get a -5.
All the commoners realize how difficult it is to deal with this fuck.
You're like, oh, thank God, he's finally doing something about this asshole. Oh my God, check it.
This guy.
Check
all
your
right.
passion for concerned commoners.
Oh my God.
I just want to ride my cow, my lord. Oh my God.
Oh my
7.
God, that's awesome. Yeah.
It's 7. You roll a 7. Petty theft of shoes.
Petty theft.
Local priest and a rich farmer. The farmer's telling the priest stole his shoes. All right. So the rich farmer is willing to offer you $1 to settle for him. No justice roll.
The priest stole the farmer's shoes.
That's how it sounds. That's what it sounds like. Without a justice event, you're not really sure. Oh man, this also is petty theft as the source. Well, good job, random generator. But
I'm gonna roll justice because I'm going to rule against the farmer. I've had it with these rich merchants and shit. Like, I'm not in the mood this year. This year is not about richness. This year is about eat the rich, I say as a landlord. I'm going to be that hypocrite. It's fine. I'm an ally.
I'm just like you.
Right.
Look, you may be covered in dung and suffering from a variety of malnutrition because all you can eat is whatever the cow doesn't, but I'm just like you.
Look,
love me.
The guillotine hasn't been invented yet. I'm safe. You got me for another 1,000 years, buddy.
And they're like, yay, justice.
Justice.
He knew my name. He got your name wrong, but he knew what it should have been.
Oh.
Yeah, I succeeded on justice.
Your priest has a great year this year. It's his.
This is on purpose.
Shoes.
Gareth is getting more religious than Colin ever will be, but Gareth is like about right. He's like he still associates the outcome of that beautiful fairy diversion that he went through. He still associates that as a godly thing, and even if his eyes no longer change color, he's like, no, this is a Christian thing. I know I met with like an elf lord at the table, but like definitely a Christian thing apparently.
Very Christian. I mean, that's as Christian as it comes. Very sorry, Sankard's very dialectical materialism yet. Thank you. No
dialectic material.
We don't even have.
Good. We've talked behind the scenes.
We still have charismatic law. We got a way to go on the tech tree. Okay, I can do it right now.
Stream chat. We have talked behind the scenes about how awesome this game is at making you like not okay with anything looking like feudalism. Like,
like
we've just talked like, man, wouldn't it suck to be a peasant and like you can't even leave? You can't even leave.
You're immediately labeled a bandit and basically a persona non grata.
You're not a bandit. You're an outlaw. You are outside the protections of law.
Yeah.
You can be a bandit.
You're a persona non grata.
Yeah. If you're a bandit, you get a trial. If you're an outlaw, anyone can do anything to you at all times, and there's no repercussions.
Yeah. The concept of strangers in your town is weird. You're like,
this is why diversion. This is why Robert the Bruce is such a badass. When a king is declared an outlaw and is like, nah, I'm just going to travel through the Scottish countryside getting support, even though anyone could just draw and quarter me for fun.
Yeah.
Flex.
Fucking Robert the Bruce. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They sent him the fucking, they put the body parts of it's Robert the Bruce. It's a great story.
It's a great one.
You did pass your justice though.
I did.
So your hatred of landlord goes down by 1.
Justice was. Sir.
Your hatred of landlord goes down by 1. You should check folklore, or peasant lore or folklore. That's actually something we haven't been doing, and I'm not gonna go back and recall, but that's actually part of doing justice events.
I would have liked that. My folklore is 2.
Oh well.
So I check it. Do I roll that now or
no? Next year.
It's next year. Okay.
Cool. The last thing to do would be roll your concern for your commoners, because your hatred goes down by 1 now, and now roll concern, and this affects your misfortune for the
hatred is at 0 now. Concern is at okay, good. I just hit buttons.
Hey, you passed.
Hi, passed. Look at that.
Cool. I believe the concern drops it down by 1. Peasants in their care, you succeed. -5 to fate. Sorry,
nice.
You get -10 to fate. Not you, Erwin.
Oh, nice.
You get. Oh my god, I thought it was -1, -5. It's -5, -10. Because this book is madness.
I love it. It's good.
So you're okay. So Colin, you're rolling against a misfortune of 6.
Okay. I'm sorry. What am I rolling?
Stewardship, and I fumble it.
Okay, so
Shoulderton, you're rolling as a misfortune of 1. Lo and behold, I failed.
Nice. This is my stewardship.
It's your lady stewardship or your steward of your place. Same thing with you, Colin. But yeah, you did. You already did it.
Yeah,
so you
I'm
succeeded against a fumble, which is obviously very, very, very good.
This is a good
Success against a fumble. This is a $12 year for you. Success versus fail is an $11 year for you, Erwin.
Sweet.
Furthermore, you'll be getting know what the star is? Sorry. I put a star in here and I was like, why did I put a star? And I looked at my notes. I think the benefit here is that you can live as a rich knight for no additional cost. Because it's like a superlative year. And by doing that, you can live as rich. And when you live as rich, you're great. Like, that's much income you get. So you get $2 additional dollars, and you don't have to pay to live as rich. Just because your bounty was that big. I think that's how I was kind of like capping it down, is that your lifestyle just goes up.
Okay. Excellent.
So that's what Colin gets. Erwin, you just get $11.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry, what am I rolling? I was being socialist in chat. Okay, good.
You don't have to roll anything. You got though I still haven't changed this thing, so don't worry about that. I'm in Cholderton. Cholderton gets 11. Gun it. You get 12. What I was saying is that you can live as a rich knight for no additional cost this year. So like you spend 4 for the normal, but you live as rich. So effectively you get 4.
I've lived as a rich knight every year since my first one. I'm not good. Just never ask me that question again, Eric.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, is that you basically get a rebate back for it.
Oh God.
All right.
Tax break.
Yep.
If I blame Pendragon for anything, it's making this seem so much more appealing than what we're going through right now.
Oh yeah, if you're a knight at the beginning of feudalism, sure.
True.
I mean, what else?
I'm a white cis man. Like I'm pretty close.
It's pretty close to being a knight.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty close. I have a sword already. I don't know. I've got so many privileges and advantages right now. I can't super separate myself from these landed fucking knights.
Like feudalism's downfall was bureaucracy and the ability for the king to directly tax the lands that he needed you to look over, right? And like that's why it stopped. And so you end up fighting the king, and that's why there's a lot of wars and anger with kings at that time about who can levy taxes.
About the Barons' War.
Yeah, like this is everything. That's history.
The Charles II. Save it for the footnotes.
Yeah.
We'll save it for the footnotes.
Okay. Steward's industry.
So I was actually reading the rule book, as I don't often do. Industry has a lot to do with the making tapestries and shit.
Yeah.
When we roll industry, it's like, did Elaine make a beautiful tapestry to be sold?
Yeah.
I feel like we've kind of glossed over because there's a lot. I love this game. There's so much narrative in
a single
even something as mechanical as the winter phase.
Yeah.
But like,
you haven't even spoken about it. Yeah. We kind of.
Yeah.
I would be curious, one of us to actually play a steward and see how different.
I would play that game.
That's the locus. Yeah.
Like maybe, God, what if we both played stewards during the anarchy? And it's just like,
keep the ship afloat.
Yeah, because we can't do anything. Like we're not fighting, but like our sword comes home covered in wounds, like Gareth fucking stove in like an empty barrel, and it's like, what do you do?
Crusader Kings, but mash.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Like, yo.
Man,
Okay, sorry. I'm
that'd be
industry. Boom.
industry.
What?
Succeed.
Improvement incomes. Remember, this is not net. This is just total gross. This is just how much money your things make. You both have an apiary, which is a D2. I think everything else is just like a flat 1.
I'm a
So-
D2, but I double it. But I don't double
No, you
it
don't double it
because I gave
anymore.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, because that benefit is just going
It
directly
pays for
to
itself. I've never made money from this fucking apiary.
Nope, not this year.
You had 5
So
last year, so you're probably at 4 this year. Colin?
2, 3, 4. I am
You're-
at 5 last year, so
Yeah.
I'm 5 again.
No,
Yeah,
you'd be
I'm at-
4 because I think you rolled a D2 last year. That's why it's up 1.
Rolled a D2 this year as well.
Sorry, you rolled a D2 and you got a 2 last year, which is probably why it's 5. I don't know. Can you walk me through? You get 1 for your
I have
fairy.
two for my Dovacote, 1 for my fairy, D2 for my apiary, and 1 for my Bailey.
Your Bailey.
The Bailey does provide 1, but it also costs 1. Is the thing.
Right. So your Bailey. Gotcha. Right. So it's 5.
Yeah.
Extra manorial income 3. Miscellaneous income 0. No. How much money did you get earned from the tournament and stuff?
1.
1.
Both of us.
Awesome. Treasury rollover 23 rolled over.
I got 4 from the journey.
You're earning.
Everyone did.
Okay.
4. Look at you.
Man, won the melee.
Yeah. Erwin. Improvement income
It's this year. It's gonna be 3
3.
because I got 1 from the apiary and 2 from the dovecote.
Oh, sorry. The manor income isn't guaranteed anymore. We have to do stewardships
Oh.
against 11.
Stewardship.
15 versus 11s, and that's as long as you don't. Yeah, so you pass. So yeah, you'll get the additional $1 for that 1 manor.
This is our steward.
Yeah.
No. Come on, Lady Grade. Just got to keep working at it. You'll
Nope.
get those skills up.
All right.
Okay.
It's all right. I pay good money. I essentially pay part of my profit towards the steward to make sure I get the profit.
I stopped buying stewards a while back and was just like, let's just give it a shot.
How's that worked
Okay.
out?
So you're.
You know, sometimes it works.
So what happens there is that you're like mechanically what would happen is that because your other knight doesn't make enough money to support themselves and stuff, like their lifestyle only gives them like 20 pence or something like that, and it's like don't worry about it. It just means that you don't get the discretionary income from them. That just goes
That's
to their stuff.
Upkeep.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Right.
We all got to eat.
Because basically that's where you're getting your money from. Is like if they make a profit, you get the extra $1.
Yeah.
Right? Any profit goes
Right.
to you.
The purpose of the
but
manor
there's no
is to
profit this
sustain
year.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just goes to sustaining them.
Sure.
Exactly. That's sort of the idea of updating it. Are you living richly?
Welcome to the club. We
You're
have
living-
brocade.
Yeah.
We do
maintenance.
brocade. Yeah.
Yeah, we need
Improvement
some
maintenance. Done it. 2,
3.
3. That's right. You got your tower. Yep. Bailey.
Dovacote, apiary, and Bailey. Like the only thing that doesn't have the maintenance is the tax. And I'm
Children
so
is
happy I
2.
went on that.
Good one. That's a good get.
Family is
That's a good
2.
get.
Cool. Improvements. Build. Colin, you're sitting at $37 this year.
And that's after the 10 I paid to the bard.
No, I didn't deduct the 10.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh God.
26. Still, still 27.
Yeah, you're at 27. Sorry.
Fuck. I'm gonna. I'll
You
pay
can think
some
about it.
towards.
We can always add it.
Yeah, I think I'm probably. It's boring, but I'm gonna pay towards the. I still want the Mott and Bailey and the tower. Like I want to turn into a fucking fortress. I want.
We should do it
Yeah.
this way. Yeah.
Gareth is like me, the person, very anxious about protecting the ones they love. So I'm just gonna dig trenches and build a palisade, whatever. I'm just gonna dump money in. I don't have anything else to do. Just gonna dump money into that shit.
Okay. I don't have a value for that, but it's probably 20-ish
20-ish.
offhand, whatever the book
Done.
says.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it because we have
Yeah,
at this
we'll
point
have to
three
figure it out afterwards.
sources.
But I'll make a note that you want to get the Mott and Bailey.
Cool.
But like, there's only about 4 or 5 Mott and Baileys in Salisbury at this time.
And in fiction, because we do need to contextualize these as fictional rather than mechanical considerations. In fiction, his concern is like this. He considers the Gunnet crossing, is what we'll call it, is important because to the north is the crossing to Lev Kamagas, and to the south is the crossing to Camelot. And they're roads, Roman roads, right? These are the good roads. This is the only one that is truly a Salisbury thing, and it is the only alternative. If you can't afford the tax to cross north or south, you come to me, and my tax is much smaller. And I don't have a road, but I want to make sure that they're protected.
That's good. That makes sense why you get bandits so much. Because they're on your road.
It's also why I didn't invest in a horse herd. I was really thinking about it, but like, I'm already a big enough fucking target.
Oh yeah.
I'm right in the middle of a really good crossing.
Oh. Alderton improvements.
We got
how much? You had 4 miscellaneous income earned this year.
Yep.
I had a final for you at $21. We'll talk about it after stream.
Yeah, because I'm curious. Yeah. Maybe not a full Mott and Bailey, but something like that.
Walls.
I was gonna say ditch and palisade.
Yeah.
The start of a Mott and Bailey.
That costs 1 Libra according to the core rulebook, but then you get up to like 10 Libra by the time you get to the Book of the Manor.
Book of the Manor, yeah.
Yeah.
The rulebook seems to have a very
it's a
very loose interpretation of what a manor upgrade is.
I think part of it is in like the AD&D, when like this was first written in its first edition, it was AD&D age, right? Mm-hmm. And that considered it was all about modular stuff. Like they'd give you 3 different options for the same thing. But now in 5th edition, we have every single supplement is meant to add to the core. So it's all additive. So it's all compatible. Mm-hmm. And that's why we look at like Book of the Manor, Book of the like whatever. It's like they don't make sense together because you're not supposed to put them together.
Yeah.
But we want to.
Oh yeah. These are our stewardship rolls. Yeah. I get what you're saying there.
No, it's stable rolls. Truly. Just horse rolls.
It's just 3D.
Just our horse rolls.
This is the first time we add +1 because of their age.
Yeah. So on 1 they die.
Okay.
I'm good.
So I've got 5 now.
Yeah, you are the horse lord.
It really is. First one came very close.
Very close.
Right.
So many horses.
Cool. Don't worry about family events because I roll that stuff. Household member improvement though happens.
Yes, which is at this point only for me. Oh no, you know who automatically improves essentially is Moriad. He's training with his offhand, and he's getting better every day.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
What was Nesta's sword? So I don't think I have any of her, or really any of her skills.
They would be like the basic knight, so it's probably 15 or 16.
15.
I love Moriad.
15.
He's great.
He hasn't come up at all, but I have a certain character type I like to play when I have total freedom, and it's an ancient, fucking tired, old veteran. And Moriad is who I would play if I had the choice. It's like
a great character, yeah.
I'm fucking 70 years old. And I'm tired of your bullshit. And I have nothing to prove anymore.
I survived the Night of Long Knives. I survived everything. I will survive you.
I have seen 3 of my friends stabbed to death by Saxons on the same night. I don't give a shit anymore. What, you want to take me down to Salisbury? Fine. My serfs don't care either.
Oh, Nesta.
All right.
That's the only one that I could roll.
No, remember when you increase their skills, it's if it's 16 to 20, you increase it by 6. So their sword would go to 16 automatically.
Automatically, okay. That was at 15.
Yeah. Then
Sweet.
you all got your own training and practice, and then you calculate your glory.
Yep. I already did my glory. Now I gotta decide what am I doing for practice. Sword is at 20. Done. Never have to think about it again. Never gonna fail a sword check. Done.
Yeah, that's how
Now maybe I can start riding horse. No, God, I don't want to do that.
At some point, I feel like if Herman ever makes it past, I don't know when, 35, I'll start investing in stewardship. I don't expect him to make it that long. It seems really, really ambitious. Something called the anarchy.
I am, again, I know vaguely, I know from the various texts what kind of starts the anarchy, and I can't wait to find out how Stafford did it, how it is in the Great Pendragon campaign.
Well,
no one will ever believe my discipline in not reading this shit.
Well, yeah. There is a prescribed way of doing it, and I think people will enjoy watching my version of doing it.
Okay, good.
My take on
good.
it.
If you have version, that's what I want. I want the Eric version.
Yeah.
Be the Mallory you want to see in the canon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. This is one of those things where Arthur and Arthuriana was never on my radar outside of Excalibur and Sword in the Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't remember ever reading it in any history class or literature class or anything like that. So I like it feels familiar just because how could it not? But it's also all new. Like I just like, oh shit.
I have no idea about that.
Yeah. It's really a topic I could speak about is like why Arthuriana feels so familiar all the time, right? We're inundated, but we don't have any specific version that culturally we latch onto.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I want everyone to feel Arthuriana. I want everyone to feel like they have a seat at the round table. That's the dream. That's the dream.
The news this winter around Christmas is from Madoc. Madoc has met with the envoys of Astrologus, the Irish folks. He got them to come along with you, and he's got the head of Syagrius. Unfortunately, he couldn't save the baby, but he'll be back in time for spring for deployment, is what the letter comes in.
So it's Madoc Baby Killer?
Yep.
With the head of Syagrius? Oh, this is a good gut punch at the end of a very good year for Gareth. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Uther's like, well, I mean, it's a win, I guess.
Fuck.
Yep.
Man, that's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta pay Burden, huh?
It's not good. All right, we're gonna have to show up, and these guys are gonna be leading us. All right.
That's what's on your mind. Oh shit! I owe the debt. Well, I mean, you're asking about the nature of Syagrius, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, without a doubt, like it comes clear that Syagrius was to blame for it, and that Syagrius was he says Syagrius was working with Merlin, and that he wasn't able to find Merlin, but he found clues to him up in Merlin's ancestral home, which is actually in Astrologus, his old Roman manor. Actually, like that's sort of like helped him lead him there. And so while he was over there, he met with the rest of the envoy that was convincing him, and as Uther's son, did the Madoc thing to get him to join. Which you're actually not even sure what the Madoc thing is because he's kind of an asshole. But like apparently Madoc put enough of a performance in the letter that says they're coming. So there is hope. Like while maybe not about the boy, not about the babe, but maybe with the support of the Irish, you might have enough men to actually stop the Saxons.
I recall Gareth's attitude towards the Irish being much like Duke of Wellington about his own troops.
Yeah.
I know what they'll do to the enemy, but they scare the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He said, well, look, they could literally turn on us, but you know what? Hopefully they're just so angry at the Saxons as much as we are that they hate the Saxons as much. That's
only
really
YOLO once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm all right. I picked my increase. I bumped my constitution.
Yeah.
It's now 16.
I bumped my strength.
Cool.
I was going to
All
bump
right.
my sword.
This was such a long session, so I thank you all for rolling with me for it.
Yeah,
but I wanted to get through it so we can get a 495 next turn.
that's awesome.
So,
I can dig it.
okay. That was good stuff. A lot of feasts, a lot of good stuff. I love playing with you all. Seriously, it's so much fun. Love it. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Jim, tell us what you're doing.
Oh my God, a lot, it seems like. So I am Jim Davis of WebDM. We're over on YouTube where we're chatting about D&D and other tabletop RPGs. We are working on some of our first published material. Some of it's going to be coming out soon. So that's mostly what I'm doing. And of course, we'll let you guys know when it's like fit for public consumption. So right now it's still baking. But yeah, that's what we're up to. It's all good.
Great. Colin.
So I'm not actually doing much in front of the scenes that people can watch. I'm doing a lot behind the scenes, which is fun. But I actually did want to shout out someone who's not me, Jim Ryan at Other Doc Online is really great. And I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for the kind of atmosphere he provides, the kind of games that he runs and fosters. Really good. Check him out. I just want to give a shout out.
I haven't seen. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
That's the tragedy. I had one of the best games I've ever run in my life for Speedy's 24-hour charity thing. I ran with an hour's notice. Grant was like deathly ill, and I had to pick up his notes and like run a game in a system I'd never played, in a setting I'd never played. So I just ran Big Trouble in Little China, and Jim was one of the people who like he was in the cast and he was amazing. And now my partner plays with him as like, this guy does everything right in terms of making me feel comfortable and making me feel heard and all that stuff. If you want to watch someone who does everything right and I think doesn't get enough views, at Other Doc, Jim Ryan, check him the fuck out.
Yeah,
please.
Jim.
Please.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, and thanks for watching, y'all. I'm Eric. You can find me everywhere, Eric Vulgaris. Doing the Sunfall Cycle, doing Oath of Endosteel, doing some other stuff behind the scenes as well. Been telling Colin I'm back to working on Errant again. I got a little bit inspired over the weekend. Hopefully everyone had a nice weekend, and I'm super excited to be back for more Pendragon. Yeah, so next year is 495, and that'll be next Monday. So we'll see you there. Bye, everybody.
Nice.